and all that good stuff. Let's rock and roll.
That clock keeps
That's not the right song.
My thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
It's the Glory Hunters.
Oh, just let me
Too late now.
Clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me go.
I didn't check what song I had loaded, guys. We're live.
What you played?
What do you think I played?
You played the clock one, did you?
Yeah, I played the wrong one. It's playing right now. Can you believe that? That's too funny.
You played Shot from the Point one, did you?
Yeah. Well, it is a test stream.
Yeah. Well, it's a good song. So, yeah,
hey, it's a good song. It's not bad.
People can get to listen to it again.
I'm a little embarrassed. I had everything going.
Don't worry about it.
All right, we got MAINZ Fump, my local. I have 3 locals, really. I'm going to take Frankfurt, MAINZ, or Wiesbaden. Super local would be Wiesbaden, of course. I've been to the new arena. I used to go to the one on Martin Luther King Strasse. And there they are. Oh, you want to watch a game? Is that what you're here for?
Yep.
Join my Discord.
Martin Luther King Street.
You might be able to see the
German?
game live. You might be able to see the game. Oh yeah, Martin Luther King Strasse. That's where MAINZ Fump used to play. Now they play in this like just outside of the city. You have direct buses right into the city. I've been here before, right? I thought about going to the game today. It crossed my mind. I just don't like going to games alone. You know. No, they have these. This Bo Svensson from Denmark. Younger than I am, you know that? He's coaching a team.
These coaches are getting younger and younger.
Yeah, he's 43. He's only 43. He's younger than me.
He played he worked under the Holy Trinity of German football. He obviously played for Jurgen Klopp, played for Thomas Tuchel, and then he worked for Ralf Rangnick at RB.
No kidding. He's a damn good coach. I don't know. I feel like he's Jurgen Klopp. Like when Jurgen was here back in the day, it's just like, yeah, he's a great coach, but he does not have all the pieces of the puzzle. That's kind of what it feels like with Bo.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, you know, Bo's even come threatening. So this is not a big game. What we're doing is we're testing. We're testing the stream because you might be able to come in and see it if you join our Discord. And that would be fucking fantastic. You might actually be able to watch the game. I don't know. That's the rumor.
Join the Glory Hunters.
Join the Glory Hunters.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Just see what happens. You
It
never
could
know.
happen.
You
It
know,
could happen for you.
It might happen.
We just had the You Never Walk Alone here in MAINZ. That's always a nice. And who's the coach for Mönchengladbach? He's give us a history on him, Mr. Nicholas Golo.
Oh,
Yeah.
1 sec.
Sure. Well, what's Mr. Golo doing? 1 sec. He's talking to his mom or something? What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm normally good with any football, but when it comes to German football,
Yeah.
I'm actually not. It kind of passes me by a little bit.
Yeah.
I know the big teams and all.
Well, I think the longer we become Glory Hunters, we'll know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting stuck into the MLS and getting to know all the players there and the managers.
Should be
style
fun.
of play.
Should be fun.
I think I'll be in it. I think I'll follow LAFC because of Will Farrell, the fact that he's an Irish American and
Yeah. Very nice. That's nice. Yeah. It's always nice for me to hear. I remember when I met Eric, and he was like only like 19 at the time, and he's like, where are you from? New Jersey. And he's like, what's your name? And I said, Thomas. Oh, what's your surname? He's like, you're Irish American. You know, I felt really puffed up. I'm like, it's really nice. Yeah. It made me feel good because no one has ever said that to me before, and I've been around a lot of Irish. You know, like tons of them. He's like, oh, you're Irish, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm like, no one ever said that to me in my life. You know. By the way, MAINZ is predicted to win this 44%, 26% draw, and 30% Mönchengladbach. But Gladbach's coming off they're coming off a win over Bayern. They're coming off a win. Now MAINZ are the favorite. They are the favorite. They're slightly ahead in the fixture. So I mean, in the table. So that's something to think about.
Yeah, because the Mönchengladbach coach, Daniel Farke, he was previously at Norwich before this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, he's like Norwich tried to copy Liverpool a bit because Farke used to work for Borussia Dortmund
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
under Klopp, and so after Klopp got his success at Liverpool, it's like Norwich just hired like the assistant at Dortmund, which was Farke, and it felt like they saw Klopp doing well. Like, fuck it, we want a German as well. And it worked out. I'd say after a year,
Isn't that weird though? Isn't that weird though? Like, well, Klopp's German, and this guy's something to be. Like, it's so stupid. It's a corporate way of thinking, right? It doesn't matter like what your ethnicity is. You know this shit or you don't. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not knocking. By the way, that's not me knocking Farke here. I mean, he did just get a win over one of the best teams in the world last week. But I mean, for Christ's sakes, my favorite player is Lee. I put him in the thumbnail.
Lee Jae-sung.
Yeah, I do. I like Lee Jae-sung.
Yeah,
he's good.
I quite like Johnny Burkhart, the striker. I quite like him.
Burkhart. Yeah. I think is he had injury issues or something like that, or he's not in right now. No,
Yeah, this season he's not been firing as well as he was last year.
Yeah, I don't think they're playing him. He's not in the starting lineup tonight. So.
Well, they signed a French striker in January, Ludovic Jork, who's quite an interesting player. He's like 6'6", but he's like one of these who's a little more confident on the ball, despite being fucking huge.
This stadium is a 10-minute drive. Look at the fuck; it's packed to the gills. Yeah.
It's great stadium.
Yeah,
it's
brand new. It's only about fucking 9 years old, 10 years old, something like that. I remember we used to have protests in Mainz for a new stadium because let me tell you, the only one on Martin Luther King Strasse was packed, right? And it was a lot of fun going there. I saw Luca Toni there and Bayern. It was good times,
That's
and
cool.
then I went to 5 months ago. I went with my son for the first time to this stadium. We're still Wiesbadeners, kind of the bone. But it was nice to go to the big club and see what's going on. And this is a beautiful stadium. And what I really like about it in the corners is these giant windows. And you can see it's in the middle of a German field. And you can see the field outside. Not the city, but the field itself. It's only a little bit outside Mainz, the city. But it's got this beautiful, like you see the nice, beautiful field. The wheat during, sort of a brownish during the fall, and then you get the yellow flowers during the spring, which is just really around the corner. So it's a really beautiful stadium, and I love it. I think it's a fucking great place. But
you got the cows looking back in at you, yeah.
It's a bigger club than Wiesbaden, but Wiesbaden's my club, and I'm black and red. I'm very much black and red. Yeah, but I'm rooting against Mainz by any stretch. I don't think they're much of a rivalry or a derby or anything. But they do usually play. So because I've been to a bunch of Mainz Wiesbaden in the Britter Arena, friendlies, stuff like that, over the years.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot like my local team, Braintree. I like to go watch them sometimes, and everyone at Braintree has their Premier League side.
I think of Boston when I think of Braintree, right?
Yeah. But yeah, literally everyone has their Premier League club and they're a Braintree fan.
Well, that's what Cabos was telling us when me and you were in London. Like he's got his local at Essex, and then he's got he's a Chelsea. I think he's a Chelsea guy too, if I'm not mistaken.
Good lad.
Yeah, I think so. You were with me, weren't you? Didn't he say?
Yeah.
You were with me.
I don't know. I might have been speaking with Jade or someone at that point.
Yeah.
We just thought of split up, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, he looked like he was in game shape. Old fucking old Cabos.
He's a pretty big streamer, isn't he, Cabos?
Streamer. He's a big YouTuber in general, over 1 million subs.
Big celebrity, yeah.
Probably not as big as he was with the top of his game, but he's still he can still make waves. People still love him.
Yeah.
Well, and I like middle 20s Cabos a lot better than I liked early 20s Cabos. I gotta be honest with you. He's a little too much for me. But no, he's a great guy. Irish, by the way, Irish English.
Another one.
He claims he's related to
another one.
He's but he claims, I think he is though. He claims he's distantly related to Michael Collins.
Don't know who that is.
Jesus,
you
a
don't know
lot of
much.
people can do when you go back far enough. Yeah.
No,
You
I
can
think
go
he's.
back
I'm
6,
pretty
7
sure.
generations.
I'm pretty sure he's Irish. Because he's like
Okay,
I
well,
am. He's a plastic patty like me. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but he knew his
I wasn't
history.
gonna say it.
He no. He knew his history. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I don't mind being a plastic. I like being a plastic. It's like being Irish without the poverty. It's better. Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
I love being American Irish. It's all the I get all the looks. I get the good sense of humor and none of the poverty. It's fucking fantastic. I always keep telling you, if you got to be a plastic patty, do it. You know.
The one thing that annoys Irish about Irish Americans, or vice versa, I should say, is when they come over here and they can tell you who lived in what house 50 years ago, even though they're like fucking dead 20 years, and their names, and you didn't know these people, and they look at you like you should know.
Oh, that would be. I never heard of that, but I mean that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I noticed too, like growing up in the States, we're in a weird roundabout way, like we're a little more traditional than you guys are, because like a lot of traditions
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. You ever see the Boardwalk Empire? No, I did not see this growing up. You see the Irish Americans fought with the Irish in Boardwalk Empire. Apparently that was a thing in the Ancient Order of Hibernians. You had the and you saw a little bit of it in Gangs of New York. You bastard, another bastard son of Erie. Wait a minute. You're Irish too. What do you call him, bastard son of Erie? Yeah. No, because that's the cameraman I was next to. This one right here.
The crazy thing about the one scene that sticks out for me from that film is the Irish lads coming over on the boats, on the ships, and then getting straight onto another ship with a uniform and a gun. You know.
Oh yeah, they weren't fucking around back then. They had riots in New York over that. You know that?
Yeah.
They had riots in New York over that.
Promised food and money, and then they got a gun and a uniform and sent off to the war.
That's why. Hey, you want to live? You want to live here? Fight here. Yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
My family came after all that. It was the late 1800s, so they missed all that whole thing. No. Thankfully, I guess. Can you imagine that? A whole generations of family lines. Guy comes to the States, and if you want to live here, you never heard about the Irish draft riots in New York, right? You never did.
No, I never heard about that.
No, go look it up. Irish draft riots in New York City. They actually they touch on them in Gangs of New York a little bit. Actually, you know what they did? It was really horrible. It's really horrible. What they did is like the Irish started picking on American blacks, and they're like, "You fucking go fight for your freedom. Why are you killing our people? Go fight for yours." And they would lynch black people, in the streets of New York. Yeah. For sure.
Is that racist though? If it's like.
It's like this. It's like this. They had a point. It's like that. It's like this. All right. They had a point, but they didn't need to kill anybody over. You know what I mean? That's the way I say it. You know, leave those people alone. But yeah, they did that.
The African Americans were killing them. It's like, well,
the African Americans were not in a position. The African Americans weren't in a position to help or hurt anybody. They need to be looking out for themselves. All right. African Americans got a rough deal.
That is it.
So
it's like I said before.
Shit! I didn't capture the fucking game, dude. You guys gotta. I'm already 10 minutes in. You guys gotta start getting on me because of that. For fuck's sake, dude. I forgot to capture this stupid game, dude. That makes
it's like
me mad.
the first one. I haven't had the actual thing up.
I enjoyed it. There we go.
Mine's are doing a very high press here. And
no, I mean I had to capture the tirade, you dipshit. I always forget to catch the tirade in the game.
Well, I noticed that mine's pressing is very high, and they've been caught out once or twice down the wings. Sorry, playing a high pressing game, but you gotta be quick to get back as well.
100%.
They're not playing that Red Bull style, are they?
Well, Svensson did work in the Red Bull system for a brief time.
Yeah.
Fun thing was actually before Nagelsmann went to Bayern, Bo Svensson was actually the most expensive coach in the Bundesliga
No kidding.
because Mainz had to buy him out of Red Bull Liefering for like 1.3 million or something.
No kidding.
And then Bayern went and splashed like 10 million on Nagelsmann, ruined it. But yeah,
I think it's.
Do you think this Red Bull strategy is going to kill the game in a way? If they're all going to play the same system, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, good.
I mean, I know Joey said you're crazy thinking 4-4-2, but I think give it a few seasons, you start seeing teams playing the old-fashioned football again. You know, knocking the ball
Yeah,
in the air
it's like everything comes back to it. Like we were talking about it before. You know, like the 4-4-3, the 4-4-2 is like dead. You know, but
yeah,
you make enough changes over the years. The 4-4-2 might be a better matchup against a formation or a system we're not familiar with yet. You know, it hasn't been invented or practiced. So I think it all goes.
Well, you've seen a bit.
Hey, look, it's still 11 on 11 at the end of the day. I mean, there's only so much you can do with it, and a lot of it is probably psychological and popularity. So no.
Well, I think these days the top coaches are moving away from formation. Really.
Yeah. Well, you know that was
like the
Brazilians.
You know, they don't really play one.
The Brazilians back in the day, they didn't play a formation at all, from what I understand. They just they knew how to cover. They basically covered down, if I'm not mistaken, right? If somebody dropped there, somebody knew to cover down. Yeah.
So and then you had Cruyff and Rinus Michels with the Dutch team. They also did a similar thing.
Total football. So the defenders will go forward and the forwards will go back. And
is total football even relevant at this point in time? And that's not really it.
It has died out these days. But I think Pep Guardiola is probably the closest you'll get to total football these days.
Yeah.
You see him playing people like Bernardo Silva at left back, but he's not really a left back, but he is, and it's a bit weird. But it's a lot more fluid at teams like that these days.
Centre backs also, they actually, when they're growing up, they train how to play all positions. So that's why they're so good on the ball these days. They're all amazing footballers with the ball at their feet, like Saliba for Arsenal. That guy could play up front, I reckon. I think if they put him up front, he'd score a goal. Yeah, it's the new age of football. It's the defenders who are able not just to clear it, but like to really open up the play with a pass.
Yeah, and that brings so much to your team if you think that, like being able to have your defenders move the ball up forward into better position. It opens up so many avenues at that point.
Oh, you remember when Leicester won the league? It was like they had a quarterback in Kante, just picking off passes up the field for Vardy, you know?
Yeah.
They'd open up a defence with 2 passes and score. That was like old school football to me. That was the old school 4-4-2, as in soaking up the pressure and then getting the ball and bang, a 30-yard ball over the top, Vardy onto it and scores. I mean, it was brilliant to watch. It was really high-paced, like.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and even all the low key players, the championship quality players were really good.
I get my beer in about 18 minutes. It's coming. Super.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's quick. I thought it was going to be a lot longer than that.
18, I don't know. Maybe it could be here 80 minutes. Sometimes it doesn't go exactly what it's supposed to do. So. Actually, I could. Is that too much? I'm looking at that. Is that they're gonna fucking ding me for that? Nah. I don't know. I don't know.
This game is a good pace to it. It's not dead in any way. It's just both defenses are playing well so far.
I would say this is one of the best Bundesliga. I mean, it still doesn't pale in comparison as far as entertainment value to the. Actually, I think the MLS has the best entertainment value because it's a fucking zoo. But as far as good football and entertainment value, it's the Premier League. The MLS is a zoo, folks, and it's a fun zoo. It's Bush League, but it's just good enough to be entertaining. The football is just good enough to be more than watchable, right? Yeah. And it's still a circus act because you got a bunch of sucker moms running this shit. Ask Gino Reyna and about his mom. What about your mom, Gino Reyna? Fucking jerk.
We gotta get we gotta cover that.
It's embarrassing. It's fucking
I think it's
embarrassing.
such a shame.
They're not gonna. Yeah, it's a shame.
Crazy
Apparently,
sport.
the Team USA's had a few games since, and Greg Borwalker didn't even show up. You know, it doesn't surprise me. That's the thing. You guys aren't American. This is where I can fucking pull my fucking. You call me a plastic patty all you want, but you guys are plastic Americans. This is not. This is fucking typical. This is exactly what I know. You know, there was a rumor, and I don't know if it's true, and I've never seen him pinned down on it, that Alex Ferguson said, "I don't like Americans because they're not working class. They can't take orders." That's what that tells me. And you know what? I saw that in the army myself.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he said. I don't know that he said it. I've actually been told he has, and I was told he never said anything like that.
It's the kind of thing he'd say.
Really?
To be fair.
Yeah. But I get it though. At the same time, you know, you see what happened with Gino. You see the way they behaved. You see the way Alexi Lawless behaved when he was in Serie A. You see all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, I get it. Donovan, the way he behaved. He didn't fucking want to play ball with Jurgen Klinsmann. Yeah, I get it. You know, it's fucking their game. You listen up. You're a soldier. Do what you're told. Hey, my shit's here. Hang on. Hoo.
Brandon Donovan telling his team to get off.
Yeah, I know. It's like, okay, yeah, F you. It's your last World Cup. Good move. Good move, guy. Yeah, vielen Dank. Yeah, ich bin hier.
That story I read was 2 years
It
ago.
makes me.
Okay. Du kommst später?
It makes me
For me.
wonder about Christian
Nein,
Pulisic.
with the Blau. Oh, okay, okay.
Chancellor.
Okay. Ein Moment, okay. I missed a goal?
Block. No, just a chance.
Ugh, shit.
Blocks.
I gotta get the beer off the tray.
Eleven.
I gotta get the beer off the tray and give the blue tray back to the guy.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. It's too funny, this scene right here. I wish you could see it.
You were speaking in tongues there. I don't know. You got all excited.
I was talking.
The alcohol is a priority.
It
Yeah,
sure
the
is.
religious epiphany.
What is football without the beer, right?
Yeah,
I had to buy a
I
pizza.
got Monster here.
I'll give the guy a good tip or
Monster's
something.
good enough for me tonight.
Okay.
Here we go. Look, this is great chance, and I don't know what he was doing. He just took a second too long, and they closed him down.
Vielen Dank.
Yeah.
Und das Finish. Tschüss.
So he's in so
Yeah,
much
that's
space
really
there. But yeah, literally. The defenders just descend on him.
Yeah,
Who goes there?
bad control on the ball there. He could have got half a second out of that to take a shot off. But I like the pace. I like the way they're passing.
And so I do quite like Daniel Farke at Mönchengladbach. Like, it's easy to look at the fact he got relegated with Norwich and then was sacked the second time around the Premier League and say he's not very good. But I feel like that was more down to the fact that the Norwich squad was just terrible. He was like playing with a Championship side in the Premier League both times.
Yeah.
And he absolutely destroyed the Championship. And so, I don't know. I feel like he's got the ideas there to be a good coach.
I don't care what anybody fucking says in any league. You need the pieces of the puzzle. I don't care how good a coach you are. Yeah, I think good coaches can get more out of players that are probably not supposed to be there. But the bottom line is, if you don't have the talent, you're not going to win. I don't care if you're freaking still Alex on steroids. You know, period.
So yeah, that's the thing. That's the difference between.
I mean, look at Jurgen Klopp. He's got no midfield. They're losing. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, 100%. I'm saying, like Klopp's shown he's a Champions League winner.
What do you think happened to Klopp? Did he get stupider from 5 years ago? Is he a bad manager now? I mean, get the fuck out of here. You know.
Yeah, of course not. Like, it's obvious he's a winner.
Yeah.
So
Of course.
you can't really pin the problems on him, right? And you look at Liverpool at the moment, they are changing their tactics a bit, but I think that is Klopp recognising the limitations of his current squad and trying to change it a bit.
There you go.
Just to accommodate.
Lee with a shot on goal. Nice. It's an exciting game.
That's why Ranieri got sacked, because he tried doing the same thing at Leicester, and they stopped playing for him because he wanted to change their system.
Yeah.
Because he thought that everyone figured them out, and he was right. They started figuring out how they played. But The other thing about that great run was he had a great scout in there and a great assistant manager who found these amazing players for no money who were playing in the wilderness in football. Nobody ever heard of them.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Mahrez,
Kante came from the
Vardy.
second tier in French football.
Yeah.
I was listening to Casper Schmeichel talk on Ben Foster's podcast, and he even said, like, when Kante came into the team, no one knew who the fuck this guy was. And then as soon as he started playing, they were like, holy shit, like, this guy's amazing. But they had no clue who he was because he just came from nowhere.
Do you want to hear a funny story? The kid manager at Leicester was making sure all the kids are all right. You know, all the new players coming in.
Yeah.
And he saw this kid in the hallway. And he said, "Are you all right there, kiddo?" He's like, "I need a taxi back to the Hilton." "You need a taxi back to the Hilton?" And the kid was like, "Yeah." "Can your mommy and daddy not come and pick you up?" And the fella said, No, I need to get a taxi." He said, "All right, wait there." And he went up to check who the kid was. It was Kante. And he said to him, "Can your mommy and daddy not pick you up?"
A fully grown man.
Yeah, because he was so small. He thought like Kante was only like 12. Yeah.
It was like, he's only like 5'6", and he looks kind of young.
It was crazy when I heard that story. Like, you're a professional footballer. Well, where's your mommy and daddy?
This was the first European team I fell in love with. This MAINZ team.
Yeah.
Well, 2005, 100 Jahr. It took them 1905 to come to the Bundesliga. It was a big deal here when I moved here. 100 Jahr. It was big. You saw it everywhere. 100 Jahr, even in Wiesbaden. Yeah, that was Jurgen Klopp, man, really making his first like European name for himself. Like, who's this guy that brought this team from relative obscurity? Yeah. Within 10 years, within 10 years they had this stadium. You know, I mean, think about that. This stadium is really the house that Klopp built in a lot of ways. Yeah. You know? No, I'm not saying they had good guys. I mean, Turkel came through here as well. You know, there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good football in Hessen in Germany. Like, there's a lot of good football players in Hessen. You know, I mean, it just shows you a little town like Mainz can support a team like this. It says a lot. You know, they're football crazy over here. But I mean, really, this is the house that Klopp built. It always will be.
Yeah, I was like, it is incredible how a small side like Mainz has produced two of the best managers in world football currently.
In the last 20 years, yeah. No, that's true. That's no joke.
Amazing.
I hope Thomas Tuchel gets it. Yeah, now we're mentioning Tuchel got a job because he got screwed. It's pretty clear that he got screwed because they're firing. Did they fire Graham Potter yet?
Not yet. It looks like there was a lot of noise that he was going to go.
By Monday.
Like it was just online talks. Apparently, there's conflict within Chelsea where some of the ownership.
I'll tell you why. Some of the owners, because they realized they fired two coaches in 1 year. They look ridiculous, not the coach. Ah, there it is! Yeah. Lee with a goal and a beautiful header.
DJ's son. Your favorite player.
That was a heads-up play.
What a bullet of a header that was.
For Mainz.
1-0 Mainz.
I got to see what the defending was like, because you know it looked great, but I wonder now was he wide open here? Oh, high press. Okay.
You got. Yeah, it's not great from Mönchengladbach at the back.
Yeah, that's a perfect press. Everybody did their job perfectly.
Lay right into the box.
Nice header. Nice header.
Great delivery as well. I mean,
yeah, fantastic.
He weren't set up at all. He just nipped in there, bang. Great placement. There's nothing like a header goal.
Right now. My fans are nuts, by the way. They're fun.
I
quite like both fans.
Yeah, Bo's done a good job over here, I think. I mean, I don't know how much. I feel the same with Bo, like most Mainz. So they really have the tools, you know.
Yeah, 100%. I'm saying you look at how much they spent in the summer. They spent like basically nothing. Like you can't expect much of an improvement when you're spending like
still
nothing
paying
in
off
the transfer market.
I'm paying off the stadium still.
Yeah, probably. I'll say Arsenal had similar problems where they weren't
But
spending
you know what?
years.
Ever since when Klopp left, we came up with the new coach, and we never went down. So that's a long time. This whole organization is really, it's not like a Leicester, Leicester City. This is a permanent fixture of the Bundesliga. And even if we do go down, we'll be back in a couple of years.
Permanent now as well, to be fair, because of Claudio Ranieri, they are more prominent in the Premier League. They're not going to be relegated. It'd be tough to knock them back down.
Now they look like it.
They got up.
They were always like
fair enough.
Before.
They hammered Tottenham 4-1 one week. They're very inconsistent, Leicester, right now.
Their squad is like really rough, I think, when you look at it on paper.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that blame is on Brendan Rodgers, but yeah, it's a really weirdly built squad.
It is. They got great players and then shockingly just dreadful players, We got them now at the weekend. I say we, for anyone who's watching the chat, I'm an Arsenal fan. I know they're an English team and I'm Irish, but that's the way the hand was dealt. I just fell in love with the club. But we're going there this weekend.
He's a glory hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be rooting. Who should you be rooting for? Hibernian, right?
What Irish team would be close to me?
Yeah.
The closest team to me is like 2 hours away. Sligo Rovers.
Boy, you really live in the boonies, man. Holy shit. Really?
Galway United. Sligo Rovers. There's no Mayo team.
You really are. You're a fucking hillbilly, aren't you?
Yeah, man.
Well,
I feel like it's hard not to be though in Ireland. Isn't Ireland just fields? Like a city, and then...
Unfortunately, we don't have any in chat because the game's still fucking so rare. I mean, this is the test. This is the test stream, so.
I'd have to watch now Sligo this year. I really got to see. Galway United are in it for a few years, but they keep getting relegated. So there's not enough money or talent there just to keep them up in the Irish Premier League. So Sligo will be the team. Yes, I suppose a lot of Mayo kids go to Sligo for college as well. So
yeah.
And,
remember, like 10 years ago, Shamrock Rovers making European football. That was quite interesting.
They did it again there recently. One of the teams got into the Europa League again, and Shamrock Rovers are champions again. Dundalk, yeah, Dundalk. It goes through a cycle. It's either Sligo, Dundalk, or Shamrock Rovers. People reckon Bohemians will do it this year because their club is completely owned now by the supporters. They're on their way up. They're getting big crowds every matches, and
I keep people here saying that. I know the Green Bay Packers do that, but really, clubs owned by supporters do better? Really? I mean, it almost seems like it's like elementary to you guys. Is that true?
I think it depends on the league.
Yeah.
In like a Premier League, not a chance.
I would say, but something an Irish league or maybe like a third Bundesliga or something like that, maybe.
Or Scottish league.
Or Scottish league. Okay, fair enough. I wasn't dumping on it. I have to see this goal one more time.
No.
I would dump it on it. I'm just saying, like, it is almost like, well, the fans own the team. I hear this over and over again, like, like, the fans own the team now. I'm like, well, what does that mean?
I'm saying it can work. Well, you saw with Wimbledon, when Wimbledon they stolen by MK Dons. They started a brand new club, and now they've risen all the way up to be at the same level as MK Dons. I think they're a league below now currently, but they're fully fan-owned.
How does that derby work? Because they all used to support the same team. It's kind of weird, isn't it? It's
well,
like
Chelsea... they can sell their club basically.
Yeah.
Like that, like MK Dons is probably the most hated team in English football, like in the lower leagues, because of it.
Yeah, it's like if Chelsea went in administration and a new team called Shepherd's Bush was made, and you're like, well,
and they moved it somewhere else.
Yeah. You're like, who do I support then? Because they're all the one team once upon a time. It's weird. It's very strange.
Well, I think the thing they hate the most is the fact that they're MK Dons considering the Wimbledon nickname was the Dons.
Hey, wait,
when you see them talk about it,
we just have
they never
goalie just changed. I think we just had a goalie change and we ignored it or something.
I completely.
I think the keeper just came off injured.
Yes, the Dortmund keeper came off injured, and Tobias Stippel is in for Jay Almlin. So there's there's a goalie change right there.
You can't be an American trying to say footballers' names. It's brilliant.
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, I think I'd be a good play-by-play guy. I really do. Dortmund works into the. Yeah, I would be if I just say the names.
Well, that's what makes it brilliant. You know, it's like
Mönchengladbach working it up the half, trying to work it into the lower third, gets it down the right side. They can't seem to do it. Mainz's defense is leaving these guys to only force them to a back pass. And Dortmund continues to look confused. Can they break this chain? Can they find the link? Oh, I'm sorry, Dortmund, yeah. Mönchengladbach. Oh, that's clearly offsides, right into the goalkeeper's hands. Mr. Zenter. Number 27, Zenter. Yeah, I think I could do it. I'd love to do it, actually.
No,
you think the Americans would be better at pronouncing names, considering that
we have so many? But you guys, you know, it is there's uncommon names in the States and there's uncommon names in Europe, and that's a whole different bowl of wax.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be the most diverse country in the world.
Yeah, but we get you guys get people we don't. You know, like they have a weird Russian name, Kachuk, Anterchuk. It's only in Canada. You don't run into Americans with that last name. If you see someone with a Chuck in the last name, they're almost 90% Canadian. It's a Russian origin, right? But it's not a common name in the States. You know, my name is super uncommon in the States. You know that?
Callanan.
Yeah. Oh, super uncommon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to Ireland, it's like it's no big deal. They've seen it 1,000 times. I go to States, they're putting a GH in there every time.
How common is the surname Jordan?
Well, how about this? Hold on, another play from opportunity for Mainz.
Oh, yeah.
You know what it's like? My dad said it's happened to him when he was a kid too. Oh, isn't that cute? He can't spell his name.
Because I think Callahan.
Every time. Because that's as common as piss. Oh.
This game is balls out like heavy metal football.
Mainz going for it. Mainz doesn't give a shit this team beat Bayern last week. They don't give a rat's ass. They're under the lights. It's night. Yeah. Yeah. Handball.
You can see the club philosophy is still at the club, you know. Yeah, that much of an influence.
Handball.
Well, I think that helps with the fact both Svensson played under Klopp. There must have been. He must be drawing from Klopp.
So Svensson probably played when I first moved here. He's probably playing under him then. Come to think of it. Probably didn't even notice.
He played under Klopp, played under Tuchel, and worked under Ralph Rangnick.
So he must. I probably saw Bo Svensson play back in the day.
Potentially, yeah.
I probably did, yeah. 2005, 6, 7, yeah.
Because that was what first drawn me to him to check him out, was the fact that he played under the best coaches German football has brought out in recent years. I was like, he must have picked up a few things here and there, and he'd saved Mainz from bottom of the league to mid-table.
I don't think Turco was a problem. I don't think Graham's a problem. I think the organization is a problem. I think probably, if I had to guess, the youth is a problem. I think everything,
the thing with Chelsea is it's a long. We're like in our Arsenal stage when Arteta first came in. Well, we're not ready to win yet. We need some years to build a team and a coach. That's the way I look at it.
I guess things go through cycles. It's not the 2000s. That was your time. You know.
I wanted Arteta out of there.
The Drogba time is long over. You know.
Oh, long gone.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed when Emery got sacked because, he went on an 11-game unbeaten run and then he lost 1 or 2 games and they sacked him because that unbeaten run was a lot of draws.
Yeah, I always find that strange about Emery's time at Arsenal. Everyone forgets that before the Europa League final, Arsenal were one of the most informed teams in Europe.
Yeah. Number 19.
Harry came and bitch slapped you.
Number 19, Mainz midfielder Anthony Casey. I think he's an Italian player. He takes the yellow on this one.
Hmm.
Having the final in Azerbaijan didn't help.
Oh, I
Arsenal,
love
anyway.
that final. Oh, it was amazing.
Well, yeah, you did. Yeah, because you hammered us 4-0. That's
As a
right.
man who is a big Sarri fan, that was Sarri ball we played that night.
Yeah,
we tore you to shreds. We were so close to greatness when Maurizio Sarri. But we
you guys see I have my
Beckenbauer?
Yeah, I have my Beckenbauer jersey on today, number 6, New York Cosmos.
Ooh.
There you go.
Tommy,
There you go.
Chelsea gave Arsenal such a spanking that night that when an Arsenal player was subbed, he was crying as he came off the field.
And it was Lucas Torreira, who was supposed to be a hard man.
Dude, how many times are you going to see this goal? I mean, I'm happy for Lee. It
was a good header. It was.
Yeah, it was a good header, but I mean, come on now. I mean, it's like the 5th, 6th time. Yeah.
The delivery made that header, the way the ball spun in.
That was beautiful. Oh, we're getting rain. Oh, you know what that means.
Are you doing the
weather? I have snow. I don't have rain because the other. We could do this. We could make this happen. Hang on. We might have to switch to summer though. I'm gonna save this presentation as today, and then I'm gonna switch to spring. No. Let's see, summer. I'll switch to summer. I'll get there. Don't worry. I got rain. I see copy, and then I'm gonna switch back to what we had before. Today, you guys still there? You with me?
Yeah, still here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Well, doesn't screw anything up. And then I'm gonna paste. I'm gonna paste the rain, and here we go. We got rain. We got some rain. It's not quite that heavy, but I can fix that. I forgot how to do that.
I'm sick of the rain. Oh, enjoy a nice stream. No, it's raining in the stream.
It's raining in the stream.
In Ireland every day.
I gotta put that on there. There's opportunity for
MÖNCHENGLADBACH.
There you go.
You chose a game with the hardest name to say in the Bundesliga.
I don't have a problem with it normally. I don't know what's happening, dude. MÖNCHENGLADBACH, I could totally say that.
Stage fright.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, okay.
It's like when Will Ferrell reads the names of the basketball players, and he says them wrong on purpose. I love that when he does the intro.
We'll just do I got a light rain. How about that? See, I can fix it with the threshold.
Oh,
that's a light
rain.
I feel
so at home now.
It's a light rain. Feel a little better? Okay, we got a light rain. Light
rain
is
nice kind of weather.
Yeah. Light rain. See. Hey, Kite, how are you doing? Are the referees playing? No, they're not. MÖNCHENGLADBACH's playing. You want to come in? We'll pull you. Go into glory. We'll pull him, Kite. It's raining. Yeah. Is it raining outside now? I mean, I forgot. I live here. I didn't even see it raining. Hey, babe, it's raining in MAINZ. They're not here.
Just look out the window, man.
Doesn't like snow. Doesn't look like snow.
Do you have windows in your arcade? Or?
We're not broadcasting to anybody, are we? Oh well. Where's I don't know. There's nobody there, bud.
There's nobody in chat. Nah.
No.
It's a good job as well, anyway.
It's alright. How long were you? I mean.
Can't believe Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Mainz isn't pulling the numbers.
Oh, God damn it, I know, yeah.
See, they're missing out. It's a good game.
Yeah.
Where's
the other ones
If you're a true glory hunter, you'd be here.
Is the rain
go away?
Yeah.
You're true glory hunter.
Real glory hunters would be here. If you're here now.
Oh. It's a good game.
It's a sweeping rain.
It's like fun. Yeah, the rain seems like it's going away, right? Uh-oh. Opportunity too high.
Oh, skied that one.
And so that is one of the things in football is when the lesser teams play, it is sometimes more entertaining because...
Well, everybody tells me the Champions League is much better entertainment-wise than and I believe it. The Champions League is much better than entertainment-wise than the fucking Premier League. I hear it over and over again.
100%.
Well, and it's funny because I think MLS was more entertaining than any league shit. Now, admittingly, everything I watched during that time was the season starting for European leagues.
Yeah.
But yes, Optimus, he was like, this is much more fun. We had much more fun with all the crazy stuff because the MLS, like I said, is a circus, and that circus starts tomorrow. And it goes right to Christmas, folks.
Are we just streaming tomorrow?
This is also a test stream. I wouldn't have done this stream on normal circumstances. I would have watched this with my wife, under normal circumstances.
Why not? Are we streaming MLS tomorrow?
I am, yeah, sure. It's happening. You want to watch MLS? We're streaming the opening game. That's Nashville SC versus New York NY. It's gonna be a blowout, I think. That's the opening game. I'm going to bed. I'm getting up at 3:00 in the morning my time, and me and Biscuit are definitely doing El Trafico.
It's 3 a.m.
LA, 3 a.m.
tomorrow night, folks.
3 a.m. Yeah. I can't miss it. I can't believe the first game of the first big one of the season. I'm gonna actually miss, any MetroStar stuff. I'm going to skip the MetroStar just to watch those two games. To open the season, and then the first major derby of the season. Or rivalry, as we say in the States. Well,
El Trafico, I love the name.
By the way, Portland Timbers game is canceled because of snow. And I was like, well, that's crazy when he canceled because of snow. But Verse sent me, a guy who works for me on the other channel, he showed me... he's in Seattle. I mean, the place is just covered with snow up there. They're the Pacific Northwest is just getting like layered with snow right now.
Yeah.
Waist high snow, I'd say. Yeah.
I haven't spoken to Verse for ages.
Yeah. This was the game to do the test game on. That's why I decided.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is the perfect one to do it.
So
anyways, I'm only mad at myself for not recording. Getting the fucking scoreboard up there. That's my only fucking issue here.
I think it's
otherwise, I'm perfectly happy with the way things went down.
It's a good match.
American Casey Keller. Casey Keller used to play for Mönchengladbach.
Casey Keller. Right. Never heard of him.
He was a good goalkeeper, Casey.
Playing against my kid today, and I realized he uses those spikes to step on the kid's feet because he stepped on mine several times, and it hurts.
He's a dirty player.
No, he's just really uncoordinated, actually.
Yeah, I was like that, to be fair. I have a vivid memory of when I used to play as a defender.
Yeah.
I remember
we're kind of grooming
my manager talking.
We're kind of grooming.
Game
We're kind of grooming him to be a defender or a goalie, and because we do catches every day. He has to do. I tie that thing to his leg. He's got to do fucking 20 drop kicks a day. Because believe me, that's an effort.
Yeah.
20 goalie drop kicks, and then we catch.
Yeah.
A lot of it is paying attention. I said, I noticed a big thing is, I go, what your problem is? You're never ready. And he got mad. I could tell he got mad a little bit. Yeah, that's your problem. You're thinking about this. You're thinking about Mario. You're thinking about that other. When you're ready, you catch most of them. And then you can tell he got a little ticked at me. And he started catching everything. I did bounce. I bounced him towards him. I did pretty good. Maybe a great goalie. And another thing is, like, Americans are kind of have a reputation in Europe for being able to catch. So maybe he will too.
Well, I mean, some of the best American players to come to Europe.
Almost all the goalie. Casey Keller, fucking all our goalies are gold.
Tim Howard was really good.
Tim Howard was probably elite, I would say.
Tim Howard. I remember the 2014 World Cup. Tim Howard was fucking unbelievable at that tournament.
And he's sick and twisted. Actually, he's from Jersey. He's from Jersey too.
He's got Tourette's.
Oh yeah, I know he does. My brother played against him when he was 18, 19.
He's funny.
It was like a goof. Like they're all outside goof, and it was like you could see that he was so elite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my brother went to a Catholic school called La Baculata in Somerville, and I guess Timmy Howard I think he went to Somerville High. I'm not 100% sure, but they ended up playing. Like they just ended up crossing paths, just like fucking around playing soccer when he was about 18 or 19. Yeah. And the next thing you know, he was in the Metro Stars, and the next thing you knew, he was in England. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Manchester United quite early into his career.
Well, they knew that he was going. They
like
knew he was going places, but to them it was like, well, he's going to the MLS, so he must be pretty good. But they had no idea like how good Timmy Howard was. No.
Yeah, Howard was quite good.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Brad Friedel was quite good. He started a couple seasons at Spurs.
Friedel, yeah.
By the way, +5 for injury time in the first half.
Yeah, because I was a goalie for most of my career when I was playing when I was younger. Because I always wanted to be like Jens Lehmann.
Here's the thing. Tommy is big. He's a head taller than every other kid. He's not faster. You know, he's kind of realized that to a certain point. So defense and goalie might be the way to go. Who knows? I mean,
maybe
head taller than every other kid. He could have like Holland speed when he's older. He's got to grow in here, but he hasn't hit puberty yet. You know, he could be a rocket. But, you know, we're going to go with what we have instead of trying to force him to be a striker. Because everybody's like, goals. And I don't know too many kids. Oh, wow. Right off the wall on the free kick there. They shut that down quick, huh? I don't know too many kids that fucking strive for defense. They feel, I think a lot of kids, they can't play offense and they quit. But Tommy's not doing that.
The thing is, it's strange with kids because it doesn't matter too much what positions they play when they're young. Like a friend of mine, Christian, he's now a defender. He used to play for my local team and stuff like that. But he was a striker until like the age of like 13. Like he used to score like 20 goals a season. And then all of a sudden his coaches at Swindon were like, we're going to play you in defence now. And he's been a defender ever since. It's really strange.
I think that's the way it goes, though. I think it's
like Edison at Manchester United. He was like a striker when he was younger.
Yeah.
And now he's a goalie. Casemiro, I think, at Real Madrid, he was like a winger or a striker.
I think all those guys, even in the back, I don't think very few guys start out being defense, you know. But I think with Tommy, I think with my son, it's just there's a lack of speed. He can't keep up with the guys, but he's so much bigger. They can't shoot around him. I did see one kid. He stuffed this 10-year-old twice on a one-on-one, and the kid yelled at him. And the kid's not even supposed to be at the practice. He was just supposed to be helping, you know. My brother, but Tommy's as big as a 10-year-old. He stuffed him twice. He got snotty with Tommy too, and Tommy just looked at him funny because nothing bothers him. Like that would have really, whatever he said, like would have really bothered me when I was his age. And Tommy's still tough. He don't let some stuff roll off him. He's tough, you know. He's not like tough like a hard. He's not like tough like a hard man. He's tough like whatever. What an asshole, you know. And I can't do that. I could never. I can't do it now, you know. He could be like, he'd be like, what? All right, that guy's crazy, you know, and then be fine with it, you know.
Yeah, what about that?
He's definitely a centre back. You got to get him working on headers now as well.
Yeah, headers. He might be doing some headers tomorrow. That's a good idea. Well, it's kind of his birthday party tomorrow. He had his birthday party, but the kids come this week because he got COVID when he got.
What is he?
He just turned 7. Yeah. He just turned 7. Yeah.
He's 7.
He just turned 7. Yeah.
Wow.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Wow. Yeah. So I remember when he was like a baby. That was weird. It was weird.
Here we go. Here's a shot. Way over the net.
One of the good things to focus on when they're young is two-footedness. I know that. Yeah. It's always good to train them to be two-footed when they're young.
What's two-footed?
With your left and right foot. When you're able to kick with both your left and right foot with the same pace and
power. Only going with the right. I don't know. I can only kick with my right. Was there any drills for that?
It's just get him to do stuff, but force him to use whatever his weaker foot is, I suppose.
Kicking it off the wall is a good skill, you know. So you kick it off the wall with your left, and then you kick it off with your right, and you keep doing that.
Well, I've been having him do drop kicks. Maybe I should do 20 left, 20 right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
20 left, 20 right. Because we're kind of coming up with a new ritual. We're kind of coming up with a new ritual. Like, you come home, you do 20 drop kicks before you get in the house. Yeah.
And
he's all for it. We also played. I call it silly football. We played 4 goals. I use the cones, the ones that you can't kick over, and every time you scored a goal, you get to pick up the cones until there's no cones left. Yeah, I did that. So I just made that up on the spot.
Yeah, that's good.
I call it silly football. At least we have fun with it.
There was a sitcom called The Fast Show in England, and it was like a sketch show. And there was one great sketch when I was.
I hate to interrupt you, but
British
that is the half, folks. Mine's is up 1-0, but go ahead, Orson. I apologize.
Oh, you're okay. It was just that there was a great sketch where there was this overbearing dad, and every sport he played with the kids, he just hammered them. He just completely whipped them.
No, I let him win that.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like they'll play cricket and they just throw the ball at their face. Yeah. And one of them was a girl as well. Like it's just.
Well, tomorrow there's a bunch of kids coming over, and I have a whole bag full of balls now because I found these really cheap soccer balls for $15 a piece, and they seem perfectly fine. I'm actually, because he stuffed them right, I'm thinking about getting a pair of fucking decent football boots.
Yeah.
Just to play with them. Just to play.
The Nike ones I wanted. Like, I don't need good studs though. I know you can. I use the old studs I used to have. I used to be able to twist them in and out.
Yeah.
I don't think I need that. I probably don't need to spend $80. I probably don't need to spend $80 on them either. But these things look comfortable.
Football boots is what kids love, and gloves. Get him goalie gloves. I don't know
why
kids love goalie gloves.
Already did. Yeah. I got him goalie gloves. He's got a new pair coming for him tomorrow because it was just slightly too big.
They love it. Even if they don't play in goals, they just love having them. So that even when they make
he's playing now. He's using them. He's using them.
Yeah.
Does he play for an actual team yet, or is it still just like
on his toad? He just told him the lizard was dead. And then he got up. On his toad. Oh, get rid of it. That's the commercial there. And on his toad. Nobody wants to watch our stream. That's sad. Nobody's that into German football. Is there a break? Come on in. Which DMs, you dipshit?
You guys can watch the replay
of the
match and have us as commentary, and you'll have a lot of fun doing it. So there's another option.
I can't play that now. Is it a finished film? I don't know. Kind of on.
I can't believe people don't want to watch Mainz versus Mönchengladbach.
I don't know. What's the matter with y'all?
These damn casuals.
Yeah, we're the hardcore, right? I'm all about. I don't care. It's like I said. Tell me a story. That's why I watch football. I want to hear a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Even small teams, little clubs, they can tell you a story too. Sometimes better than the big ones.
Oh, I find being a supporter of the smaller club is better than a bigger club. I honestly think so.
In some ways, I'm getting it. I'm sorry. I was just like, I'll just root for Wiesbaden because Tommy and and he took a liking to Hollebach right away, even when he's a midfielder. And I was like, well, I'll just go with this. And then, I started to like it, and then Joey just showed me Welcome to Wrexham. Right? And then when I saw that, I was just like, wow, I got connected with it a lot more. And then I'm thinking, I'm supposed to root for Liverpool, but I really don't have any connection to that fucking place. Well, at least at the time I thought so. Now I found out I did. That's for Orson, by the way. He'll get that joke. I really don't connect. And then, I found this guy. His name is LaRussa. He has an MLS channel. And he was like, he was rooting for Man City. And he's like, I don't know. Not English. I'm from Ohio, and now he's like a fucking hardcore Crew fan, I'm from Ohio. I mean, I like Man City, like go team, go, but I'm from Ohio. It takes him 4 hours to get to that stadium. He's not like close from it because America's big. It's a lot bigger than Europe, or at least from countries in Europe. You're not far. Like I literally have three. I have one fucking small team and two pretty large. I had two fucking Bundesliga teams within 30 minutes of each other. Me and Frankfurt and Mainz. Yeah, that's like crazy. It's nice, right? It's because the country's smaller here. We don't have that in the States, man. Unless you live in New York, I mean. We don't have that. It's a big deal.
New York, LA.
Yeah.
So you usually have that here in England, unless you live where I live.
Yeah. Well, your state is as big as Alabama. I mean, it's crazy. Country, excuse me. No.
Yeah.
This is the way it goes. But
I honestly think it's different supporting a smaller club.
It feels different,
it's just different.
You know what it is? I think for Americans are so used to you're one or you're nothing, right? Well, with so many teams, and I think that's why they have the Conference League now. It's impossible because there's economic variables between European countries that are quite a lot more dramatic than New York and St. Louis, even though that's pretty dramatic economic variable as well. So, like, getting promoted, that's your championship. You know, this cup, getting into the Champions League or getting into the European Conference League, that's your championship. You know, like, there's all different ways to look at it. You know what I mean? Because the economic variables. So if you can like just kind of accept like for us for Wiesbaden, it's getting promoted, right? That's the story for this year. You know, when they get promoted, they're gonna get rid of a lot of these guys, especially if they want to be competitive. They will, you know, and only keep the ones that can pretty much hang. And then you know they probably get demoted, and then you start all over again, and that's your team. That's where you're stuck with, and you're stuck with them. You know.
Yeah, the trick is to get rid of the players that couldn't break into the first team and replace them with players that can challenge those players in the next league, you know, like challenge for their places. And that keeps it competitive for them. And
it's very difficult for the American sports because we're a four-sport country, and most countries aren't. And we're big about being the best. We call it for the World Series for a reason. You know, it's kind of obnoxious if you think about it, but I mean, at the same time, it's not because we're the best baseball teams. You know, there's two.
Well, yeah, there's two
ways. Well, the Jets play it, and the fucking Caribbean plays it, and they have good teams and good players. So, you know.
Yeah, but they're tiny. No, you know, they don't really count.
World Series. Yeah, World Series.
Japan at all, no.
No, they do have the world. They have the World Classic they play every 4 or 5 years, where it's international based. You know, I think there's even an Australian team, but yeah, it's basically us versus Hispanics and the Asians. Although the Koreans have a team as well. So you know, we haven't done that. The Americans have not done well in the World Classic, strangely enough. You know?
Really? Because I know with that
pardon my French, it's too foreign a concept to have international baseball. It's with soccer and soccer and hockey. It's very much a part of the, you know, soccer. Like hockey is the only world game that's really popular. It really is the only world game because you know hockey really is world. You could be in the Czech Republic, Germany, Sweden, Finland, Slovakia, Germany, Russia, and tiny bit England, United States, Canada. That's it. But it's still that's a good chunk of the world, you know, that loves sport. Some of those like Canada and Finland, that's their number one sport. Like. Sweden's still football, right? But Finland, no, it's still hockey. Number one is hockey.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have a World Cup in hockey. You could have it because there's enough countries.
Yeah, we know.
To make
it. There is a World Cup of hockey, but it's not consistently. It's not every 4 years. They only do it every couple of years.
When
they can plan it. And then we also the Olympics kind of knock out the World Cup of hockey. It used to be called the Canada Cup, and they changed it to the World Cup, and then they made hockey available to all athletes instead of just amateurs for the Olympics. And that kind of became the World Cup. So it's whoever has the World Cup or the gold medal, you know, that's kind of the world. That's kind of your country's champion, which 90% of the time is Canada. The first Pro Olympics went to the Czech Republic, though. So there you go.
Where's Conor McDavid from? Is he He's
Canadian. He's Canadian.
I know he plays for Edmonton.
He's Irish as Paddy's pig, but he's Canadian.
I'll say McDavid definitely isn't.
He's Canadian. He's a Canadian of Irish descent for sure.
Because all you gotta
do is look. His line mate is Leon Draisaitl, who's definitely the great. He's only like 23. Definitely the greatest German player that ever played. And there's Germans that won Stanley Cup. Oh, God, talent-wise, by far. Leon Draisaitl is one of the best players I've ever seen in my life. He really is Pippin to McDavid's.
MJ.
He really is in a lot of ways.
Because McDavid is one of 2 hockey tops I own. I own a McDavid Oilers one.
McDavid
and
might be the
Jaromir Jagr
who's still playing
by
the way, sadly enough.
Yeah, I don't know how. He's like 50.
He literally is 50 this year.
Playing in Czechia, it's crazy.
Well, he bought a team or something, and he bought a team, and it's more of an investment. Why he's still playing. Now, he did make a comment with the NHL that his plans were to play until he was 50, but it looks like he's like he can't even quit if he wants to now. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Because I've tried to get into hockey before, but it's just hard because literally no one I know watches hockey.
Well, you're like a soccer fan. You're like a soccer fan in the States.
Yeah,
it's like no one. I love the. Oh man, did you see the El LA Galaxy versus like everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? you know. I mean, I've seen like U.S. soccer fans that love it. And they're like, what? Like, what are you crazy? You know?
Yeah, because I got into the NBA easy, so I was
on the way out.
Dude, El Trafico, you don't know? I'm like, no, I don't know. You know, that's the biggest derby. Yeah. We're seeing it tomorrow night. I'm getting up to watch it, dude. You know.
Yeah, it is.
You know. Like I root for you. I root for U.S. soccer for this reason. This reason only. It's probably not a really good reason. It's the only thing we haven't conquered yet. We've literally conquered everything: space, other sports, sports we weren't. This is the only hill we have to climb. I might, if I'm lucky, I get to see us get a World Cup by the time I die. That's really the point. This is the way I check out. The U.S. wins a World Cup.
The thing is, if the US take football seriously, you'll win it.
It's not that they take it seriously. It has to get popular and cool. And there are some things.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if
it gets cool,
it becomes a bigger thing in the US, you'll win a World Cup.
Well, no problem. Yeah, 300 million people, sure. We'll walk right through it.
Yeah, 100%.
There's another way we can win it. There's another way we can win it, and this is just pure luck. Mm-hmm. We have somebody that's either as good or better. Yeah, as good or better than Messi or Ronaldo, and we could win the whole thing. Yeah, sure. Yeah, but he'd have to be of like the best of all time GOAT quality. You know, because to me there's good players, like great players, like Robbie Kane, Roy Kane. All right, they're great players. There's legendary players. Okay, that'd be Thierry Henry, right? And then there's goats. Pele, Messi, Ronaldo. So that is like the 3 layers, you know.
Yeah.
And there's solid players. Let's go with Micah. There's really solid fucking players, like good players. Yeah. You know, like Micah. Micah's got a lot. You know. That's the way I see it.
Michael was a team player. That's why he was good. He was a team player. He played for his team. He didn't play for himself. You know.
Michael was one of those who was hyped as a youngster and then sort of.
He was.
Well, he did say that. He did say that. I feel bad for him. He
was like really highly rated.
He played his heart out. Like he really did.
He's what you guys would call. I mean, am I wrong here? He's a lad to the bone, right?
Oh, he is a lad.
Yeah, he's a lad for the bone. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
America are moving in. They're moving in the right direction, America, because the LA Derby is getting popular over here now. The last 5-6 years.
Well, it didn't hurt that the MLS Cup this year was probably one of the top 5 sporting events I've ever seen. Period. Yeah. You know, and I'm more of a hockey fan than I am a football fan. But that was amazing, and being here to watch that with Green Man and everybody, it was just nuts. And then it got outdone by the World Cup, because the World Cup might be the top 3. The World Cup might be the top 3. I knew it was classic when
Do you know what helped as well, Tommy?
What?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic going to LA Galaxy and coming on as a sub in the derby and scoring a 40-yard screamer.
Yeah, right off the bat. Yeah, I'm sure it helped.
Yeah, the first.
But see, I think the derby means more now because you got Valea and Chicharito on the opposite team. Those are the top strikers for Mexico, and they're the top strikers for Mexico. So right now, it feels like there's less European involvement. Like even like with Bale winning, it was more peripheral. He didn't really produce all that much for
Yeah.
LAFC. Dude, because he's hurt. Because he's hurt. He's one of the greatest players. He's probably underrated, actually. I'll go here a bit. Yeah, okay, he's probably underrated.
He's very underrated.
Yeah, he's probably, first of all, nobody can say, if anything, he's clutch. He might be one of the best clutch players of all time. Yeah, he's
scored in multiple finals for round.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a joke, you know. But I think what happened with Bale is it just hurt. It hurt to lace him up. He's got enough money. He doesn't need to do that. You know what? Fuck, I salute you. But I really felt the LA derby now is really about the local North American players, less about than bringing in Beckham. You know what I mean? It's more our thing now.
It's getting nice. It's getting nice in them. Yeah. It is. It's helping. And that commentator you have for the MLS is just. I think
Cangelosi? Steve Cangelosi.
So wrapped up. Yeah. When Ibrahimovic scored, he was just like, "Oh, get out of here! Oh, you're not serious!" Oh, come on.
Well, that honestly, I think that was one of the best calls I ever heard, and he was just. Like, what else do you say? I mean, like Green Man, like, what do you say? By the way, we're back.
Second half is kicking off now.
Oh, no. Well, you know what the funny part was? By the way, we're back. We started the second half of MAINZ and MÖNCHENGLADBACH. But the funny part was how Optimus and Greenman were just busting my nuts. Busting my balls. You know, talking about, like it's over, you're done. Because remember, I had money on Philadelphia. You know, you're like, oh, we're like done. He's done. Because I knew what Bale's level. He's not even what it was. We dropped some frames? Oh, we did drop some frames.
Just for a second there, but it's all right again.
We did. Are we good? Are we good?
That was scary that Graham called it, but he was only busting your balls. Like, he was only breaking your balls. Yeah. Nobody thought that Bale would actually score.
No, but I didn't know. See, the thing is, like, I didn't know he was breaking my balls or not.
I think Optimus and Green Man are just getting jealous because American football's getting better than Scottish.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is. The quality is getting.
It's just money, though. I mean, at the end of the day, let's be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know if I like American football getting better than Scottish because I grew up with these people that were such Glasgow fans. You know.
It's no harm. It's no harm to support the American game, just like it's no harm to support the Irish game. And I don't think it's
no one support the Irish game.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you can do. You can just be a glory hunter and fucking root for multiple teams. And I think you have an excuse to root for multiple teams in Europe. I really do.
100%.
Yeah.
Like
you said, you're from Braintree. They're not going to the Champions League. All right, it's just not happening. It's not a reality. You know, and if you ever get a fucking great player, he's going somewhere else. He's going right to the Premier League. You know, I mean, it's just So like, you can enjoy what you have. I love this guy Hollabach. He made the. It's so funny you found that he made the team of the week last week. He probably won't be here in a year or two. So just enjoy what you have and accept what it is. Yeah. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah, literally, the best team in Essex is like League 2 currently. I think it's Colchester United are probably the highest now that Southampton have gone down. Yeah. So obviously everyone in Essex has a Premier League side because all the teams here are in lower leagues. You know, West Ham's the most popular because that's the closest.
Oh, it's an opportunity for MAINZ. Here it is! And it's in the upper part of the net! The back of the net! There you go. MAINZ up 2-0.
Just in time to see a goal.
There you go. There he is, the Green Man himself. Jesus Christmas. There he is. Do I have the Green Man? Why, yes, I do.
That was a great start for mine, second half. Only kicked off a few minutes. Another blooper, I think, by the defence.
Some might have punched fuck out that goalkeeper on the defenders there. What the fuck are they doing?
Shocking.
Shambles are defending. That's shambolic. Yeah. My God, embarrassing there by Mankin Munich.
Nobody can say the team right at all.
I do apologise to any support department.
They're not. They're Bavarian, but not Mönchengladbach. It's München. It's not München because München would be like buying like.
München, isn't it?
Yeah, with the umlaut.
I apologise to any München eating that pussy back.
No, it's really good.
Green man, I'd love to know
I think Mainz took
League.
advantage of a defensive mistake here. I think it was just damn good pressure and smart play. Here they come. With
the pressure.
Yeah. I don't know. Bo Svensson
as well.
Bo Svensson, nice body check. Jesus.
Hoffman's down the ground crying like a bitch. That's what you get for rejecting Celtic, you fucking arsehole.
Yeah.
He was meant to come to Celtic, that guy. That's what happens when you don't come to Celtic. People do that to you. Fuck you.
That's a body check. Yeah, of course he's acting. He's a footballer. He has to act. Yeah.
What's up, Nick? Sorry, you said you had a question.
Yeah.
I said I'd love to know your thoughts on the fact that the MLS is better than the Scottish League these days.
Nicholas, how good are England at penalties in cup finals, man? You're just so good at penalties.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
No, I know. I'm just saying. England at penalties.
That's not what he said.
Great, man.
Answer the question with a question.
England are so good at penalties, man. I would watch them do penalties all day.
That wasn't the question, Graham.
That's not the question, though, is it?
It's the American. No. Outside
I think you're avoiding here, Green Man.
There's no avoiding that. The American League is better than there's more.
I see the American League. This is supposed to be an insult, but I think it's actually accurate. The American League, MLS, is an elite developmental league, and the thing that's cool about it is you get a lot of good players that have potential to move into other leagues, and you also get to play with a handful of former legends. That's a nice little league. That's a nice little league to have. I don't see the Scottish League as a developmental league.
You're right. The other Scottish mental league used to be like a 2-horse race, but then one of the horses died, so it became show jumping.
Yeah. I don't take any pride in the Scottish League being kind of a 2-horse league. I don't like that. I think it'd be nicer if there was more. But I think it's economic disparity. That's why they have it's all it is, and that's nobody's fault, I mean.
I hope for the rest of history that Motherwell and Dundee are banished to the poverty they deserve. By the way, Heiser Kite wants to call in.
Yeah, bring him in. Let's pull him. Is he in here? I'll pull him in.
I don't know how to pull him.
I don't know where. I don't even see him in here. Where the fuck is he?
He's waiting. Heiser Kite, you're in the wrong chat. You're
in the wrong chat. You're waiting to call. You have to come into the live stage, you dipshit. Click on the live stage and then I can pull you in. You
most
moron.
tech man in Finland.
Live stage, dipshit. Alright, I gotta type this to him. Live.
Oh, he's moved. He's moved.
Doesn't he work with you on SFTP?
Right.
Yeah, he still works for me.
How does he not know about the stage?
No, it's because he doesn't. He's like, yeah, I don't know.
Can you justify yourself to Nicholas?
There he is. Let's bring him in. He's going to say a bunch of nasty... He hates football, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah.
He
thinks it's for pussies.
To be fair, I'd hate football if I had a shit club.
I never said that.
Yeah, but you feel that way. What do you mean? We've talked about it. What do you mean?
Yeah. I told you I went to the local Cups game and there was the hooligans and the thing.
Yeah,
we're just watching a local game from my area right now. That's all we're doing. You can click on it.
This is not local. This is top division, isn't it? Or like second division.
Yeah, it's like 7th birthday seed. I mean, it's not to me. This is 2 teams that aren't going anywhere. That are not going up. They're not going down.
No. MÖNCHENGLADBACH.
Well, they beat. Yeah, I know, but not anymore. We're long past that.
Mainz could get European football.
I think yes. I think they have in the past, and that's what they really got to shoot for. Next year. I don't think that's in the cards this year.
Now is I don't think they have the squad to do it.
I don't know. That German league's tight, man. I don't think.
This German league this year is tight.
I think they'll just miss out, personally.
Let me see. Where are Mainz?
No, I don't think.
7th. The 7th.
The 7th and 8th.
7th.
Possible.
Come on.
I'm not.
Do you think they could catch Frankfurt?
No! Frankfurt had more of a chance of winning the league than be caught. Jesus. Frankfurt played mine this year and blew them out. Blew off the field.
Yeah.
It's a 1-to-1 game. I'm
Here's the
saying.
second goal again.
Mm.
Oh, the keeper just couldn't get it out of the reach of the striker. I mean, it was a good save, it was a solid save, but he just couldn't get it out of the danger area.
I can't believe Schalke. Can we talk about Schalke in 18th?
Yeah, goodbye. Auf
Are
Wiedersehen.
they down?
Auf Wiedersehen, Schalke.
Yeah.
But how
Oh, Greenman is here.
Yeah, Greenman's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shalom.
Schalke, my friend.
I think this
I
guy's.
mentioned someone who plays for the Finnish national team who used to play for Braintree. It's like our one claim to fame.
I think this guy also is like legit hurt.
There's someone who wants to join in called Stephanie in the audience. I don't know waiting on the wife range.
We'll see. I don't know if I know them. Not really. Stephanie. No, she doesn't. She didn't raise her hand, and this is not a.
Oh, okay, I don't
I'm
know
alright.
who this was. I thought that was waiting for call.
We're putting on pure entertainment here. Stephanie wants to be entertained. We'll talk to Stephanie after the game. I think if I had to guess, Stephanie's checking out what we're doing here. It's a Norwegian. Like that. By the way, you know that player where you were making fun of him.
Great player.
You know what that player you're making fun of before? He was fucking Nordic, dude. He was a fucking Scandinavian.
Yeah. Hoffman.
Yeah. Actually, Orson.
Don't make fun of him. He's half of your audience now because I'm watching the stream. And he's watching the stream.
Good one. Too funny. Well, this weekend we got 2 MLS and the Scottish final, and I'm looking forward to the Scottish final. That's some real stuff. And then we're not covering Manchester. We're not talking Manchester Newcastle, which is a fucking huge game.
The Carabao Cup final.
Yeah, we decided to go because we missed. I want to go Celtic.
We're also missing Chelsea versus Spurs on Sunday.
Big deal.
Well, Celtic Rangers have a lot of passion. Lot of passion.
You do realise like your wee English derbies are nothing because your league's been ruined by like money and there's no passion or like realism. Like
and yet everyone wants to watch it over the Scottish League.
Well, not everybody, because we're fucking Celtic fans and everybody across the world will be watching Celtic v Rangers. So,
but like all 2 of them.
Nicholas, what team do you support?
I bought a streaming service. He's Chelsea.
Nicholas, mate, you could never ever come close to even having a real football team. You're basically like the rent boy of football fans. That's what you are.
Well, I have a real football team. Braintree Town FC. We're going for promotion this year.
Yeah.
The Iron.
I thought
is there any way to watch? Sorry, Graham. Is there any way to watch a Braintree Town match? Because that would be a good story.
I can watch it. I can watch FIFA.
Oh, Braintree doesn't get televised. We're way too small for that. But
though, yeah.
On another year, I'll say Chelsea. But this year, we'll ignore that. We support Chelsea. Yeah.
Do you know the thing is, man? English football fans have got the best league in the world, but they still can't produce a national team that can take penalties. It's fucking crazy, that, isn't it, man?
Stop it. UK the most world.
A game should be won before penalties. Everyone knows penalties is just a dumb way to finish a game.
I agree.
Yeah.
What?
I agree.
I know, and English fans can't even finish a game in their own stadium in a European Cup final in their own capital city to win it. It's fucking embarrassing.
When was the last time Scotland did it?
I'll admit we're shit though, but the difference is we know you're shit. You're stupid enough to still have hope.
Well, you've got hope, haven't you? I mean, we all deep down know we're shit.
Pessimistic. Yeah.
Tommy.
Yes.
Imagine being one of the medics in these football games. I would be like, really? Really, man? Really?
Actually, this one isn't that bad considering some I've seen. They're not that bad. Corner kick for Gladbach.
Yeah, we're not going to say the full name.
That is one of the perks of watching lower league football, though. A lot of the lower league teams have female medics that run on.
It's like in our army, like in the morning they call out if anyone wants to go to the fucking hospital, And there's one guy like, I think I have the gold, and everyone turns to him. Really?
Those players rolling around in the lower leagues because they know they got the female medic coming on to give them a
Oh
rub.
yeah.
Have you seen the Liverpool medic, man?
Oh yeah, my dick got hurt. You have to rub it.
Honestly,
You have to kiss it. You have to suck the poison out.
It was the oddest thing. A poisonous snake snuck its way in the field and hit me in the penis. You're going to need to suck it out. Yes.
Yeah. But knowing a Scottish team's lucky to be a big lad with a fucking beer belly. There's a medic.
Mine's with a cross. Take it
in
out.
English football, the medic's like a beautiful skinny blonde girl with big tits. Up here in Scotland, it's a guy called George. It's 500 pounds and ginger.
Yeah, he has no teeth.
to be fair, Orson, he still has big tits.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah, that's very true.
Are there any poisonous snakes in Germany or Scotland?
Yeah, we have adult snakes in Scotland.
They're called Rangers fans.
Yeah, that's poisonous snakes in Scotland.
What about in Germany? Tommy?
What? There's like there's no poisonous ones.
Snakes.
There are snakes. Oh yeah, there's definitely snakes here, but they're like harmless by American standards.
Snakes everywhere.
They are harmless by American standards. I wouldn't be afraid to pick one up. I'm gonna be honest with you.
There's poisonous snakes in Scotland and the UK. Up in the Highlands.
Yeah, but they're probably a light poison. I don't think it's that.
We put them over there.
You would have to you need to not have medical attention for 48 hours or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get bit by a snake, you probably should just go to the doctor and you'll be alright.
Yeah, we have vipers, but it feels like the poison feels like a hangover. So
how does a snake what does a snake do? And they have snakes in Finland, really? Like where? Yeah. Where do they go during the winter? You know?
They go sleep under the fucking.
They hibernate. They burrow into the ground.
Yeah, hibernate.
Yeah.
Snakes
only have grass
viper and there's the beach snake and it swims.
Well, you get snakes in Siberia.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding. Snakes.
It's fucking cold, isn't it?
It's not so fun, mate.
Hack. That's a funny name. That's a funny name. Hack. Yeah.
Really impressed with the MAINZ performance.
That guy doesn't belong out there. He's a hack.
To be fair, I'm actually impressed with MAINZ as well.
Yeah, they're
very good.
I thought they'd be.
They're just lacking the talent. Is the only issue.
Do you know what you should do, Nicholas? You should watch them because they're German and they know how to take penalties.
And see, I'm half German, so it's alright.
He is half
German. There you go, he's half German, yeah.
There you go.
He is half German.
They should have got you to take it instead of Saka.
Oh yeah, I don't know what stream it was. Tommy told the joke. No, not a joke, but the story about you were flying somewhere and they stopped you because you didn't have enough stars in your shirt or something.
It was me.
That's right.
That was me.
Yeah. But I was listening afterwards, like there's a Star of David joke in here somewhere.
I didn't have enough stars.
In Germany.
No, because I had a 2008 Euros jersey and only 3 stars, and it was after 2016. So they figured you stayed. Oh, they thought they thought they had somebody there that stayed long after visa. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna kick me out of the country for the next decade. Is what they were gonna do.
I thought you were wearing a Star of David, and I was like, halt!
No, stars. Like
You're stopped for having a star. Now you're stopped for not having enough stars.
Yeah.
Germany has really changed in 100 years, man.
Stars.
You gotta collect them all.
Yeah.
To be fair to the Jews, people think the Star of David is religious, but they've actually just won 5 World Cups.
I just won 5 World Cups.
Here comes Mönchengladbach now.
Yeah, they haven't been able to do anything on offense. They're like pathetic.
Their final ball has been terrible.
I don't think they're awful. Just look how well MAINZ are defending.
Yeah, they were. Look at them; they're all over them.
Quick,
Yeah,
quick
Now, even the strike. Hey, look, even the stripers are
not
dropping
even.
back to play. Look at that pass. That fucking Lee is really fun to watch. Look at that.
Tommy,
Lee's
what
a-
was
Lee's
the
a great
game
player.
I was rooting for, the referees?
That was Newcastle, and they're playing this weekend for a trophy.
Okay.
Against
I need to watch that.
against Joey's team, by the way.
I need to watch that. Because
You'll have to watch it with
that's
Joey
the
because we're covering Celtic Rangers here.
I think the Celtic
Yeah.
Rangers is going to be a great fucking game, mate. I think it's going to be a blowout because both teams fucking want it, mate.
It'd be a great game if it's a blowout.
What, a
Because
Newcastle
that was the,
United
that was the
don't want
first
it.
game I watched from start to finish. Oh no, I stopped to fuck that Tinder girl in the middle
Did
of it. But
Did you watch the last Celtic Rangers game, Tommy? Did you watch?
Yes, I did. Actually,
draw.
we watched it here. We had trouble though streaming it though.
Oh, mate. See when Celtic scored their second goal, man, to equalise.
I remember them, if I remember correctly. That was like 6 months ago. You know that, right?
No, it
Well,
wasn't.
Rangers,
It was
They must have played recently.
January was the last one.
Oh no, I missed that one. No, I missed the last one. I wasn't talking about the one back in September or October.
I'm saying you streamed the one when it was like 4-0 Celtic.
It was 4-0, man. Oh my god. Here, mate, we're going to. Oh, mate. I hope, imagine we done like a 5-0 or something, man. Oh my god.
Poor Optimus will be crying. Yeah.
Please, man. Please. I like Optimus, man, so I won't rub it in his face too much.
Yeah, you will. You
Is
prick.
it, are you trying to wind him up to the point he's
Yeah,
gonna lose
fucking
his
prick ya!
temper?
Of course you
Because
will.
I've only ever heard Optimus lose his temper playing a video game. That's the only time I've heard him raise his voice. Was playing
I
Dark Souls.
joined this union from something
Souls
yet
is fucking
30
joy,
years
man.
ago.
Yeah, I
What?
started playing Dark Souls recently, man. It's fucking solid.
But he absolutely lost it. It was hilarious. He just went, he let me roll you. cunt, yeah."
Imagine
Yeah, I think
So that's
Optimus is
to
an
watch
evil bastard.
private areas between customers.
I bet you Optimus has got like a pure sociopathic side to him.
really.
What?
No, I find it hard to find. Like Optimus just seems like such a happy kind of guy.
Yeah,
That's
he
what I
does a
mean.
lie, mate. He probably punch
Can
fuck your face and, like,
Can Grayman wind him up to the point where Optimus just loses his temper?
I don't
I
think he
think
can.
I think
I don't
I
think
think
so.
Celtic would have to be winning like 4-0 or something in the final, you know. And I don't think
I
that'll
know.
happen. I think it'd be a
I
tight
think
final.
Optimus is like the kind of guy who would like accept it at like 2-0, like upset with fact.
I mean,
Too
Joey,
mad
I've got a temper when Arsenal lose. I know Joey has a temper when United lose because he threatened to stab me. When Arsenal,
I love when he does that. He tells me, "I'm going to come over and I'm going to stab you and fly over you." But he's never
Yeah.
going to do that. It's too funny.
I
said
couldn't
to me-
imagine Joey actually doing something like that.
No, he does. He does.
He said to
He'll threaten your life. No, it's not even a joke.
Who?
Yeah.
Threaten it,
Joey.
but I could never see him actually doing it.
Who? Optimus.
No, Joey.
No, Joey.
Joey.
Yeah, Joey do it. Yeah, we'll do it.
Joey's got a temper. Joey's got a bad temper, man,
Yeah.
especially when he's.
I'll fuck him up easily.
There's no escalation. It was from debating whether a goal was onside. So he said that was offside. I said no, it was onside, and he said I'm going to fucking stab you. And it was
I'll fly to England and I'll fight him.
Well, that's
and I'll
funny. He
poop
said
in
he'd
my
fly to
hand
Ireland and stab.
eat him.
Yeah, I'll fly to England. I'll stab you. Imagine that sitting on a plane, like I'm literally on this plane, so I can do the next 20 years in prison for stabbing somebody for something ridiculous.
I'm going to
Like,
fucking stab Orson Welles. And just thinking about that on
yeah,
the,
on the whole of the flight over there. Good hour and a half. Hi, welcome to Dublin. And then yeah. Then that's another thing. He's got to find a train over there. By the way, but if you take a bus from Dublin, you have to stop at every podunk town in fucking Ireland. I've been there. I've done it myself.
It's going to take like 7 hours.
Yeah, here's a 50-50 ball. They've gone back one, and that goes just wide.
What a save! What a save! That was a save, wasn't it?
No,
It looked like a save.
no, but it
I'm
was
not-
going. Oh, was it? No, it might be. It's a corner
I
kick.
don't know.
I have to see that again because it was so quick.
Corner kick. Mm.
But Joe would be so tired and despondent and wet from the rain, I'd have to feed him first.
Corner
and
kick.
let him have a sleep.
Yeah.
And then he can stab me.
Whereas that's where my German blood would come in. I'd just be passive aggressive instead of actually doing it.
Yeah. I'll stab me then. Yeah, go on, do it. Yeah.
I won't stab you, I'll just be fucking shitty about it.
Yeah.
Oh, outright saying it.
Oh, speaking of Joey, tell me, where's German Joe?
Sure, he's working. He's working where he's from. I think he lives over that area that, what's her name? The Swedish broad was making trouble in Germany. We're pretending to make trouble. I think that's where he lives. He lives in that shithole.
You speak to him often?
Have you talked to him?
Yeah, I spoke to him. Yeah, I speak to him every year, especially around Christmas. I usually talk to him. He usually comes around the spring once a year. Lately, it's been every spring since we moved here. He only comes once a year now. But he'll be. I think he'll be here in the next coming months. Yeah, sure.
German yo.
Yeah, he'll come. He usually comes when it gets warm. Nobody wants to travel here in the fucking winter. It's a lot colder by him than it is me. I live in like the Florida of Germany. It's one of the nicest areas because we have the hot spring water running under the fucking roads and shit.
Do you still have the parrots?
The parrots? What?
You had the fucking parrots.
Yeah. Well, they didn't fly back to Portugal. Yeah, sure. They're here they've been here for like 100, 200 years or some shit. Yeah, we still got them. In fact, there's about 12 of them. We're at a bird feeder that me and Tommy walked by like 3 days ago, and they all went nuts when we walked by. Here's the pass to Lee, and then across. Oh, that's a goal. What a beautiful goal. Oh, beautiful goal. Oh, Corey. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is kind of
This is turned into a
this is the team that it's shocking to me because this is a team that beat Bayern in a damn good game. Not 5 days ago, 5, 6, 8, 7 days ago, you know? Less than that, 6 days ago.
Watch the break now. Watch how quick the break is.
Tommy, that's the beauty of football. This team can beat Bayern 5, 6 days ago and play like a bunch of retarded donkeys in a couple of days later.
He's onside by a long shot. What an angle.
Great finish.
Yeah, what an angle.
No.
He had to kick that right across goal.
That's his first goal since joining in January, and that's a nice first goal.
This is going to sound stupid, right? But ever since Celtics had this wee mini Japanese revolution we've had, I've noticed there's a lot of fucking Asian players going up in Europe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're good. With their performance at the World Cup, it shows that they're really solid.
There's Bo. We have a happy Bo. Happy Bo.
What a goal. I love
really,
like that. It
nice
shows the skill, the skill involved in having to finish a goal like that.
It didn't seem like much of a threat. I figured he put in the goalie's arms there, but no, it was a really sharp angle.
Really nice finish.
Sure.
70% of the time, that's they passed that. That's That's a ball across the box. Yeah.
Faux show.
I was like, to hit that part of the net, that is a perfect.
Yeah, I know. That's it's like 100, even for a pro. That's like 100 out of 100 time goal here.
See, to be fair, Borussia Munchen, I'm hitting it from the back, is really struggling.
They are. They really are.
You guys are fucking up, yeah.
Tommy called him Dortmund earlier on, so.
Yeah, I did.
Multiple times.
Call him Dortmund.
I don't know why you're laughing. I'm calling them Borussia Munchen. This is not their name back.
Yeah, I know, yeah. The Bushy Munchins.
What you munching on?
Bushy Munchins got his back, yeah.
Yeah.
Munching on that back.
It's $200 for a fucking goal. Oh.
The Munchy Bush on Gladys back.
Lee with the assist.
He just kind of teed it up. It wasn't much of an assist in terms of wasn't a work class. He just passed the ball, so there you go.
And so the work was definitely done by Ludovic Ajork there for that.
Oh, big time, yeah.
If I'm being honest, Borussia Mönchengladbach are going to need to reconsider their strategy of being an awful football team to win this one.
Yeah, they've gone really lucky, yeah.
You're fucking
statement of the year right there. Yeah.
Here come the subs.
That's like what the English commentators say on TalkSport. You know, if they don't score now, they'll lose. Is it? Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I know.
Michael Owen's the best for that, man. Michael Owen is swelled in that guy's low.
Oh, some of the quotes are hilarious of Michael Owen.
Yeah. Michael Owen says quotes that you'd be proud of someone with Down syndrome for coming up with.
Legit.
This, you know, there's a game of two halves here, and there's the first half and the second half.
Yeah.
They've not been scoring a lot of goals recently, and you've got to score goals to win games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you know he didn't even make that up? That's actually a real one.
When you score at one end and not concede at the other, chances are you normally win the game. That was the best.
When I go to the toilet, I need to remember to wipe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That was my favourite Michael Owen's quote.
People slag them off, but it's kind of become a charm of his now. People like it, you know. It's like
eventually a simpleton becomes appealing.
Yeah. Even the great John Motson, who passed away there the other day, when he commentated when it was black and white television, he said, "For those of you watching in black and white, Spurs are in the all yellow kit," you know, and that was a man on top of his game. So,
Michael Owens is like a guy who was really overrated, wasn't
he? Robbie
It's
Keane
kind
was
of
better.
surprising that he won a Ballon d'Or.
You should
Robbie Keane was better than Michael Owen, and Robbie Keane scored more for Ireland than Michael Owen did for England. Same period.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Michael Owen did have some fantastic years at Liverpool, but that was essentially his entire career. It was like 3 years at Liverpool.
Have you ever noticed all the pundits that used to play for Liverpool are actually just stupid as fuck? Like, name it.
Carragher's not that
Fernando
stupid.
Torres.
Fernando, there you go, I'll give you Fernando Torres, but he's not a commentator on Sky.
Steve McManaman.
Carragher's not an idiot.
No, Steve McManaman and Jamie Carragher are fucking idiots, mate.
You think so? I like Carragher. Carragher's a good guy.
McManaman, I'll give you that.
I don't care if they're good commentators. I just don't care if they're fucking getting on my nerves. And Carragher does not get on my nerves. Roy Keane does.
Apart from when Carragher's spitting at people.
What does Roy Keane bring to the table? They're not that good. They're not that good. They're going to be just doing his job. They're not as good as they were when I played. They're not as good. That's great commentating, Roy. Thanks.
Why don't you lighten up and smile to me?
They're not that good. You know, they're doing okay, but when I played, it was much better. I played for
Yeah.
He's just doing his job.
Just doing his job. Guy makes a spectacular save. He downgrades him and says, "Hey, he's not that good." Ronaldo. You should have put him out there because he's Ronaldo. That's a really great coaching decision. That's probably how you did so well as being a coach, because Ronaldo should be out there because he's beat Ronaldo. Good job, Roy. Yeah, I can see why you're sitting where you're sitting. You know.
In Kane's defense, that goalkeeper save, he was playing up to his role.
I bet that, you know what that told me? That told me he blamed every loss on the goalie. He blamed every loss on his goalie. I guarantee.
I'm sure he went home and he was sitting there. I was like, God's sake, man, how am I going?
He's like Joey. Oh, it's terrible defense. Like fucking. It was a couple weeks ago. We're watching a Man City game, right? And fucking Holland's got two guys on him. He makes this perfect pass and threads the needle through both defenders. Joey goes, terrible defending. Oh, terrible defending! It was a perfect pass. Nobody like dropped their assignment. You know, it was a perfect pass. That's Roy Keane to me. Like, it's okay if it's Joey. Joey's a fucking fan, right? That's exciting. Like, Roy, you are a player, and nobody hates your guts. You know, he just kind of sounds stuff on paper.
The goalkeeper one was a joke by Roy Keane. He was joking because it was.
Oh, he was joking when he said that. He was joking when he said that.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was such an splendid save. He said, "Yeah, he's doing his job. He's wearing gloves. That's his job." He was trying to be funny, but the problem with Roy Keane is he's so serious all the time.
Yeah, he's not fun. He's not a funny guy. He's not a funny guy.
Nobody gets it. It goes over in everyone's head.
Yeah.
Have you
Well,
ever
if he
seen
was
that
selling
clip
it.
of Roy
Well, you know
Keane
what?
when
If
he's
he
young
was being. Yeah, I've never seen a picture of him smiling, much less laughing. All right.
Oh, there's a clip of him when he's young laughing, and it's the creepiest thing ever.
Yeah,
Roy
no.
Keane doesn't laugh.
He probably witnessed a murder. That's why he was laughing. You know, I mean, God damn.
Then stop smiling, Roy.
I don't hate Roy Keane by any stretch, but he does get on he grades my nerves. I'm sure he's a good guy. I'm sure he's a great guy.
He's kind of like Marmite.
I'm sure he's a fantastic. I'm sure he's a fantastic leader. By the way, yeah.
If he played for your team, Tommy, you would have loved him.
I think I would. He played his ass. I'm sure. Here's something I'm sure. I remember. Yeah, he did. He played for He was a fucking rock behind there in the back.
Every time he
quit
played for
World
Ireland.
Cup because he didn't get on with the Irish manager.
No, he didn't get along with Delaney. That's a little different, you know.
He was sent home. He wanted to stay. He was sent home because he spoke out of turn.
He's got every right to do. The guy's the captain of Manchester United. He's turning up for Ireland.
Yeah,
and he's saying what the.
But he ended up. Here's the thing. Like he ended up being right. The guy that fucking he was speaking out against was a loser.
No. They turned up at a hotel, man, and the hotel was disgusting, and there was no plan, no schedule for what their training was. They didn't organise training facilities for them, and there was nowhere for them to train.
Oh, what a save by the MAINZ keeper!
He says he turned up for training, and there wasn't any points or balls.
Yeah, that's the first time he got in trouble too. I mean, like he wasn't wrong there, right? You fucking, you know, I'm sorry. It's not like I understand Ireland is not like they're still in the second world.
Yeah. There's a corruption, yeah. The Irish are corrupt. When they get money, they become corrupt. It's
they're like that. They're like that in fucking. Why do you think New Jersey is so?
Very focused.
But every time Roy Keane put on the Irish shirt, he played his heart out, even when they were crap.
Hey, let me see.
And they were losing.
If you're an FBI agent, you used to say like the best places you could be is Chicago and New Jersey. Who's the places that have the biggest Irish population? Yeah.
Put Cleveland in that as well. A lot of Irish.
Yeah, but there's a lot of Italians there too. They don't dominate like they do in like Chicago, New Jersey, Boston. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even when Ireland were losing a match, he'd be putting in tackles like a fucking boss. Do you know what I mean?
You know this.
Oh no, I never said anything about his talent and his workhorse and his leadership. I've never fucking questioned that, man. But I think he gets. You know what? I don't even dislike him. He gets on my nerves. There's a big difference between disliking him. You know, and you know what? He's got a good sense of humor, and they always put Micah with him, who's like a great guy. Right, and he always laughs at himself. He doesn't like laugh at himself outright, but you know he gets the joke. You know, so he's not a total prick. You know,
it's a persona now. He has to keep it up. Yeah, he has to keep it up. It's his persona.
Yeah, now he has to act like fucking an old crotchety fucking Irish prick. You know, and he goes because Mike is too funny. Like if you ever got mad at Micah, he'd ruin his career. You know, because everybody loves Micah.
Plus, it ruins the balance, the chemistry. If he starts laughing and joking with Micah, that completely.
That's true. And you know what? I don't think he wants to laugh. I don't think he wants to laugh and joke with Micah. In fairness to him, and fine if that's not what he wants, that's not what he wants. Whatever.
He fills the high times.
Fair enough.
You criticise Roy Keane for being a bad guy, but at the end of the day, he would let you keep his rocky charms if you found them.
That's such a bad joke, Graham. That's like an American standard joke.
Yeah, I know, it really is.
You know what? There's no lucky charms in Ireland. That's the real American thing. We don't fucking have them here at all.
You don't have lucky charms? Like cereal?
I've never seen them.
No, I've never seen them either.
You find your gold? Me gold? Where's me gold?
Me lucky charm.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. Roy Keane's such a nice guy.
It's the funniest thing I ever saw by Conan O'Brien. I'm gonna start. He's doing he's did this whole thing about New Year's resolutions that went wrong. You know, and he's like, they started out with like things like, oh, I'm gonna quit smoking, you know, and then he goes, I'm gonna start respecting my Irish heritage. And then they showed him later that year he's in a leprechaun outfit. He goes, where's me gold, me gold, me gold? I'm gonna start respecting my Irish heritage.
Yeah.
Where's me gold? Actually, you know he's related to Dennis Leary. You know, like all these like second cousins, and they didn't find Leary found that out. Not fucking. He actually told him that in the show live. Like Conan O'Brien had no fucking idea.
Yeah, Austin. See if you didn't like me saying Lucky Charms, that's fine. Roy Keane's such a nice guy. You'd let you keep his homemade bomb.
You're really trying to get it worse.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, we don't have houses here. We live in big caves because the houses they keep getting blown up. So it's just no point having them.
Yes. Why not?
So we just live in mud huts. You know?
Mud huts with bombs.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short. She's got straw houses.
Fucking guys.
We tried electricity, but it's no point because they just have nuclear bombs instead.
Do you remember an Irish car bomb? For real? The drink?
Never.
Pretty good.
Oh, isn't that the one where you put like Baileys in with the Guinness?
Irish car bomb. Yeah, I remember they asked my buddy Gary for it. She's like yelling at the. She's like the owner of the bar. She was. I told you that story, right? Well, he was from Ireland. That's the thing, and he thought they were fucking with him. You know, and it's like, yeah, can I get a car bomb? Excuse me? Like, an Irish car bomb. You know what I mean? And he was like, Catran! It was really funny. It was.
I need a car bomb.
I need a car. Because this guy's fucking. Like, no. She's like, no. Hey, this guy's fucking me. He's like, no. They make him over here. Like he goes, what's an Irish car bomb? I'll show you how to make it. It was really funny.
People say Irish Americans are uneducated, okay, but that's not really true because Will Hunting's a very smart man.
Who?
Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Corner kick, MAINZ. Or as we say in Deutschland, das Eckball.
Yeah, I have to give credit to MAINZ. Look at that stand with us.
They look good. They've been alive all game, dude. They're really on top of their money.
I'm talking about the fans. Look at the fans. Look at
It's because it's cheap. I could have been there tonight, right now, if I wanted to too.
Well, good on them for filling their stadium. You always like to see that, and good on them for making their tickets cheap so they can fill out their stadium and have a good atmosphere. Oh, young boys.
I could have got there for $12, and not only that, the bus ride's free. You know that? As soon as I have the ticket, as long as I have the ticket, show it my phone, show it physically. I can. It's called the Tagas ticket, day ticket. I go back here. I go to the stadium and I go home. No one's gonna say shit to me. It's pretty cool.
That's insane.
Do you think you could move back to America now after living in Germany?
I don't know. You know, who said something about this today, or was it? Who's the girl?
Because you sound German.
What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? It's not like I don't really live. I don't live a German lifestyle. I'm still pretty much American. But yeah, I don't. When I went back last time in 2017, I was really uncomfortable. I didn't like it.
Do you feel out of place?
Do I feel oppressed here or there?
No, I said out of place.
Yes.
Out of place.
But I think that has more to do with the army than it does with Germany.
I think America's changed as well.
Yeah, I do. No, I noticed that. I literally left for a decade, and then I came back, and it's like this is no.
So
I can't even say like this is why I left, right? Like because there was reasons I left. Things weren't going well for me. I wasn't like doing much, you know. But it wasn't like that. It's like I don't know. My father was fucking pissed off at me because it's because I wasn't panicking about everything, you know. Oh, what are you gonna do if we go to Great Adventure? We don't have we'll work it out when we get there, Dad. And I remember like I used to be like that, you know. I'm not like that anymore. So no, I think it would be tough. Yeah, I haven't gone back for 5 years. So, 2017, 6 years, right? Yeah, I don't know.
So, do you see when you go to America, is like the SJW shit like something that's real?
I have not seen that. I'm always worried about that, I'll be honest with you. But here we go. MAINZ in the lower. Oh, that's offsides. A little far offsides.
I think he's onside.
No, it's offside.
They're not going to even fight it by a mile, dude. No, a mile.
He blew the whistle before he got the ball in the net, so it wouldn't count anyway.
Believe me, Bo would have been screaming his monkey ass off. He's not afraid to do it.
Wasn't there a female actress called Bo's Fencing as well?
Bo's Fencing, yeah.
I've heard.
Thurman, he hasn't done shit. I got that motherfucker in the thumbnail. You haven't done shit, bitch. Well, nobody wants to.
I don't know how Mönchengladbach have actually.
Is it Marcus Thuram in the?
Yeah, he's on the bench. I don't know how Mönchengladbach have got this bad. Because 5-6 years ago, they were one of the Champions League teams in Germany.
They bet Munich. Like Tommy said, they
bet me like 15 or 16 years ago, because they had a star.
No, 5-6 years ago, they won the Champions League every season or so.
They were weird season.
Yeah. Under Marco Rosa, they were doing
Marco Reus, yeah, they had Marco Reus come through, Manuel Neuer came through.
Yeah. Emmanuel Neuer, yeah. Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. Like, anybody's good goes right through Bayern. You know, and that's probably what's going to end up happening. If Union's got any good players and they knock, but they'll be on Bayern next year.
Well, Mönchengladbach produced a few good players. They produced Marco Reus.
They have 2 stars now, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Back then, who else did they make? Mesut Ozil came through their academy. There you go.
Yeah.
Ozil was Schalke as well.
Overplays is offside, yeah.
Well, there's Mainz controls in the final third, looking for a cross on the left side. Tries to break through in the box, comes up with the ball, top of the box, and then goes to the far right, and they'll look for another cross.
As the Americans say, there's good hustle here by the team. Good hustle.
Oh, that was good hustle, yeah. I don't think that's something. I don't think is that uniquely American hustle?
Yeah,
we don't say it.
Yeah, it's a hustle.
But I mean, if I was going to say something, it's, like you're saying it's good hustle. They're making a play for every ball. I mean, so that is good hustle by definition. You know, they're playing every ball.
The only time I ever hear hustle is to do with like work rather than.
Well, yeah, like right here, they're working. They don't necessarily have a good play. They're not giving up on the ball. They're fucking. They're working for it. They're working for it. I mean, this is not. I mean, we have Ronaldo's on this team.
It's not out of context. No.
Yeah, I think it's right. I think it's probably the right. Yeah,
I think you underrate the history of Mainz, Tommy.
Well, I mean, they haven't won a fucking championship.
No, we're talking about it. We were talking about it before you joined the cold Graham and how.
Well, I remember the big deal is when I moved here is they moved up to the first league, so everything was plastered everywhere through Mainz and Wiesbaden like 100 years, and that's how long it took them to get here in 2005, 1905, 2005. You know?
I was just going to say 1905 were founded.
Yeah, they were 1905 to 2005. 2005, the year I moved here. You know, so I have the kind of weird connection with them that way.
Was it the automobile workers who founded it? I do believe.
I think so.
Might be. Definitely a working class. Right. There's more of a working. I think that's what happened. Like, this is a working class game. So like, Mainz is more of a working class Catholic town, where Wiesbaden's a lot of old money. You know. Yeah. But I mean, Wiesbaden's Mainz, whatever it is, where it is, and it means my opportunity. Thurman moving for it in the lower, but no, he goes to get away from it.
It's crazy, Tommy. If Wiesbaden get into the second division, you never know what could happen there.
I don't know. I doubt it.
One good year.
I was late. They made it in 2019, and they got blown out the next year. And it was a year, so it did help. They weren't willing to spend the money. Britta wasn't willing to spend the money, so we'll see. Maybe this year they will. They have a great coach. They just extended his contract. We got a kid. This Hollebach is. He's as fast as he's elite. He has elite speed. You know, I don't know. They're willing to do. When you go to that stadium, it does feel like a professional operation. That's for sure. It's only 20,000. Was it 10,000 people? I forget how much. Oh, there it is! Beautiful goal! Oh, that is dude, they dominated them. This is domination.
Missiles coming into that.
I did not see a 4-0 coming at all.
My God.
You can't defend those crosses.
No, you really can't.
Spot on. 2 of the 4 goals now were just fucking work.
Is it something to do with the Mönchengladbach goalkeeper getting injured? If they just got a donkey in goals?
No, yes, he did get injured. He did get it. I don't know if you could say that, though, in fairness to him. What do you do? What do you do there? I mean, I think
this is a
I don't think you dump on the goal. I don't think you dump on the goalie in this spot. But they did. They early on.
That's right at him.
You think?
That's right at him.
Yeah, but
he is the backup. He is the backup.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what's happened there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Can't deny the cross, though. Can't deny the missile that came in there.
I thought you might have had a point in tossing it through that second angle, man.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But
I
that's
think
it.
the issue is more on the defence letting him have such a free header there.
It's actually on the fullback for not closing down the cross in the first place. Actually,
I thought about making Tommy go to the game today. I did, you know, because he was
missed out on a 4-0.
Well, exactly. 4-0.
Do you know, you're talking about who's to blame for that goal? See, the fullback should be getting out to the person doing the cross and not giving them the space to do that, staying tight.
Yeah, I think I blame the keeper there. I think keeper is tough there because the speed the headers coming out.
Mönchengladbach fans, check them fucking non-stop after a 4-0 loss, still celebrating their fans.
I'd have fucked up home by now if that was me.
Was that Lillian Thuram? No, not
Lillian Thuram's son, Marcus Thuram, plays for
That's who it is. Yeah. So it's I knew I saw Thuram on the back. First thing that popped in my head was his dad's name. I said, that can't be right.
Yeah, Lillian's son, Marcus, is there.
Yeah.
Have he swapping the arse there for the German manager? Cheeky leaky.
Well, if they don't slap all the arses, somebody feels left out, you know? It's always the way.
Right,
but put Mainz ahead of...
No, they're 6 points behind. They're 6 points behind Frankfurt.
Oh, they're ahead of Mönchengladbach, though.
Yeah.
I did that with a local women's team, and they nearly got arrested. It's not fair, you know. That's sexism right there.
Yeah, and to be fair, in the island, half the local women's team is actually men.
23rd minute Wolves.
They've all got beards. To be fair, the Irish local women's team is 6'4", hairy as fuck.
Absolutely, 100% honestly, Irish women are sexy women. They're one of the most beautiful women around.
Aye, definitely.
They're fucking difficult to deal with, though.
Oh, they have a mouth to them. Yeah, I'll give
it's
that.
Like,
I mean,
you date an Irish girl, you get a fucking Dear John letter on your fucking bed the next morning. By the way, I moved to Peru. That's my problem with Irish girls.
I've got into arguments with ex-girlfriends where I didn't say anything. And they
it's like, I really loved you, we had great times, but I just moved to Mexico, I'm sorry. And that's it.
I want to go traveling.
Yeah, I want to go traveling. I should have told you, I apologize. You know, some shit like that, fuck off. I don't really like Irish girls that much. I think Irish American girls better than I like Irish girls. Cause you really can't.
I genuinely think Scottish women are the most crazy. I genuinely think there's nothing like Scottish women. They're the most crazy.
Really?
No, honestly, especially ones for Glasgow, man.
I don't have much experience with Scottish women. I have very little experience with Scottish women. I don't really know how to take them. And I tell you something. I take fucking Irish girl over a fucking. I fucked this up. I take an Irish girl over a fucking English girl any day of the week.
Give me an Eastern European
English
girl.
Lasses are fucking cows, man. They're actually all bobby, snooty fucking cows.
English girls are a lot more fun. There's no drama. There's no drama. You go on a date with an English girl and it's so chill. Like,
English
Eastern Europe,
an Irish girl, it's like a holiday. It's lovely because they don't argue with you about every single fucking thing, you know.
I have met Irish girls that had that English girl stereotype. I've run into it, believe me. But it's just not as, I don't know.
They argue if the sun comes up in the morning, you know.
Lasses up here just have zero tolerance for bullshit. Like zero.
Are we still live? We are.
Yeah, we still are.
Yeah.
Like, do not they feel more nice to be nice to you if you don't have anything to value to them.
Like a Russian girl now. Now you're talking Russian girl.
I'll give you an example of a fight I had. It was like, I didn't say a word, and she goes, "What did you say to me?" I said, "I didn't say anything." "You fucking did." I said, "What did I say?" "I don't know, but I heard you say something." And that was the whole argument for about half an hour. You know, I said, "I didn't say a word."
That just sounds like a woman. Fairness.
Well, I've only ever dated Irish women, so that's how I think it's.
Oh, that's true.
Like,
fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, yeah, here, I'll tell you something. Don't feel too bad on that one.
You know, actually, let me say, Scottish women are perfect until you give them a reason, and you will inevitably fuck up. And when you do, you will feel hell scorn upon you. Right, they take the prisoners, they're going right through you, man, and they're fucking devastating you, man, right? They're emotionally devastated. They'll just sit in, like, piece by piece, factually explain why you're a fucking arsehole, right? And then you'll just sit there.
I'll be alright because I won't be able to understand them anyway, so I'll just let
But it depends what type of Scottish lass. If you've got a reasonable one, she'll do it, but if you've got a scheme cow, she'll just punch fuck at you.
Yeah, it's true, they do. They're
I've seen, here, do you know what? I know 4 people personally, 2 women in my life I know personally, have stomped in someone's eye with a stiletto heel. 2 separate women, right? One of them was my mother.
Don't mess with your mother. Yeah.
Don't mess with any of me. Fucking. Here's one to make you laugh. My great grandparents stabbed each other once.
Really?
And my granny just stabbed my granddad.
That's Scottish.
And he stabbed her back.
My great granny used to walk about with scissors just in case she ever got in a fight. Sewing scissors about the size of her hand in her handbag, just ready to go. She was like 70 odds.
Oh. Jesus Christ, that's hardcore. I like that. I like your great granny.
That's what women people like. Yeah, man. See, like in other towns, you see an old man, you think, well, that's an old man. Oh, but they'll fucking.
No, they fuck you up. They would.
They would just stab you. They would need that. They'll just carry that weight and just stab you. Right.
Old Scottish men are some of the toughest around because they grew up in mines, working in mines and working in factories, and they don't fuck around. I know that for a fact.
Have you seen the mad Nazi bitch who's going to be in charge of Scotland?
You're saying
is she a Nazi though?
Nah, she's just a mad bitch, man.
Is that the really the Catholic one?
She's not Catholic actually. She hates Catholics. Isn't
she the one that hates gay marriage and thinks everyone should have kids after marriage?
She's a hardcore Protestant. She's a part of a church called the Free Church.
Oh, she's a Protestant. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I sort of just assumed Catholic the way she was like talking about shit.
Well, she hates Catholic. Do you know what she calls Catholic Gorsons? She calls them papals.
So she's a big Rangers fan.
Aye, basically.
What surprises me, right? How do you go from Nicola Sturgeon to her for SNP? That seems like a weird change.
I kind of love it though.
I mean, yeah, I love it, but it just seems really weird to go from Sturgeon to her.
Who's winning? It finished 4-0 to MAINZ. Wanna? MAINZ won 4-0. This game is a 1 each. It's Wolverhampton who are playing in the blue, and Fulham who are playing in the white.
Who's at home? Wolves or Fulham?
Fulham's at home at the Craven Cottage. The same architect that built their stadium built at Ibrox.
What's that? Why it's so shit?
Ibrox is shit, yeah. I'll give you that. I don't like Ibrox. Ibrox is Rangers Stadium, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
I like that wee guy Moutinho that's coming on. This guy's a player. Old right enough, man. He must be like 36.
Yeah, I think he's like 35.
He's
old.
He's old, man. He's kicking on, isn't he? He's a good player, but.
Yeah, fast player. I'm surprised he never played for anyone bigger.
Played for Monaco before he went there, didn't he?
Yeah, he was there when they won the title.
Right enough, though, he did. It's an odd one, him spending a couple of years there at Wolves. Don't know, he must be on good money, though.
Probably. Wolves have some money.
He must be like their top player. You'd imagine.
Oh, I don't think so. I think maybe Ruben Neves might be.
Nah, he's younger than Moutinho, mind.
He's young, but like to keep him,
Moutinho,
I feel like they might have given him more. Or someone like Mateus Cunha, who came from Atletico, they might have given him like a fat contract to join.
There you go. Cunha's a shout. He could be.
Yeah, they might have been like, oh, to leave Atletico, join us. We'll give you like this fuck ton.
He was probably the highest paid player when they signed Moutinho, but you're probably right. There was a couple of years ago, so they may have signed people bigger contracts since.
Yeah, that's my thinking. Like to get people to join, we'll give them a fuck ton of money.
Yep. Who are you going for on Sunday then, Nick? You think Celtic or Rangers?
Celtic, obviously.
Yeah, some boy.
As someone who doesn't really follow the Scottish league, it seems like Celtic are better at the moment with all your Japanese players and Andy Postecoglou in charge.
You know they bought Renault.
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
Kamikaze. Is that belter? Yeah. That's a belter.
Heavy metal football. They just come at you and come at you and come at you.
Do you watch Celtic, Orson?
I used to follow them when I was a kid.
Right. You watched them much this season on the edge?
No, because I can't get I can't really get much coverage on Scottish football here. The odd game, it used to be on Sky a lot, but they don't seem to do it on Sky anymore. I don't know what happened.
It's on the Sky when we play away. I know the home games aren't on Sky.
Yeah.
You should watch Tommy streaming Sunday, man. I'll jump in here and watch it, man, because it'll be a very good game.
I'll definitely watch it.
Are you going to be here?
I'm going
or are you watching it with the fam?
I've watched it with the fam. We have like a bunch of people over, man. There's going to be about like 8 people in our house or some shit, maybe 10, 12.
Yeah, fair.
Just to say, Leanna, I saw your message there. I only noticed it now. I'm getting a new mic next week. She said I was very staticky there at one point. But I'm on a tenor headset here, but I'm getting a big setup next week, and I'm ordering a few.
That might have been me, because I was screwing around with the fucking logos and shit and changed it to Wolverhampton, so it wasn't 100% you on that one now.
It was a few hours ago. I just got a message now, so sorry I didn't see it.
That was you. That was you,
R2D2.
That was you, R2D2, yeah.
Now?
You're good, like.
Yes, you can. Operation blow up the English is a goal. Operation Guy Fawkes is a goal.
Kamikaze Celt.
Parliament.
You know that actually the most offensive thing about Guy Fawkes in 2023 is that it isn't a gender neutral language.
I don't get that joke. That went over my head completely.
I said the thing that people get upset about Guy Fawkes nowadays is that it isn't gender neutral.
It's called Guy. Yeah. Guy Fawkes, yeah.
The fuck was that? Pure Jimmy Carr laugh there.
I was doing a Dracula laugh count.
Ha 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 ha. I have Down syndrome.
It was such a hilarious joke, you know.
Yeah. That's
Do you know, Nick, I'm fucking trying here, okay? It's a fucking Friday night. I've been to a hospital. Life is fucking shit, right? You want mail off me? Right, fuck you.
Say something funny. Jesus
Christ. I agree, man. What you call Dracula's Down syndrome cousin?
I don't know.
Countdown.
That is terrible.
I'm just trying to make Freeman feel better, you know. It's just
do you call someone that can't hit a penalty and misses for his nation?
English.
Israel Saka.
Well, I don't care because I'm Irish. I didn't care that he missed that penalty. I knew he'd back. Yeah.
All the racists rejoiced when he missed.
Okay, I was going to say something racist there, but I can't even be bold.
It's not worth it.
No racism.
Well, you know,
Keep
we're
racism out of football.
None of that.
Unless you're in Italy, then, you know, they don't really give a shit.
Yeah, you can't take racism at Italian football, man. What are they going to do?
No football.
The funniest thing with the Italians is when they're like racist, they justify it by being like, we're just trying to put off the opposition players by any means necessary. It's nothing to do with racism. It's just to attack.
I'm calling you a black bastard for tactical reasons.
That's literally the way they justify it. It's hilarious. Like when they were doing monkey noises at Moise Keane, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're just trying to put him off."
Football managers giving his team talk, right? We're going to play 4-4-3, guys. We're going to try to attack down the wings. Don't worry, the ultras are going to distract their defenders by throwing banana skins at them.
The offense making monkey noises, so they'll distract them. Yeah.
And don't worry, the goalkeepers are Muslims, so we're going to strike during Ramadan and we're going to score.
Tommy, can you believe the cheek of Joe, the Irish executive, the one who ran the Irish football, when the Irish fans were chanting Delaney out, he paid the drummers to drum louder every time they chanted. I couldn't believe that one. That was just fucking pure cheek altogether. Anytime there was a Delaney chant.
It's funny when like owners and stuff get all bitchy about stuff. Like, have you ever seen about the New York Knicks owner in basketball where he bans people from the stadium?
He's also the Rangers owner too, by the way.
Oh, he owns the Rangers.
Yeah, well, sort of. His family, who was a really great family, they owned the Rangers, right? And they sold it to a conglomerate, and he became the president of the conglomerate. And yeah, he bans people from the stadium when they say, "Hey, sell the team because you suck." Because the Rangers and the Knicks haven't won shit since 1994. It's like coming on 30 years and shit, you know?
I was watching stuff.
It's like the generation before the baby boomers, like the World War II generation owned it. They did well. When he took over, they were terrible, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's all with the Knicks where he uses like the anti-terrorism stuff, like face scanning stuff, to like identify people who like chatted shit on Twitter to ban them from the stadium.
I didn't hear that, but I could believe it. I could believe it. Sure.
Yeah.
This is the craziest man in football. It just came off the bench for Wolves, man. Fucking Diego Costa. Loves that thing.
Oh, funniest guy.
Oh, mate.
That's a good idea for doing. You know how Dankula has the Mad Lads.
Yeah.
Diego Costa. Diego Costa needs a Mad Lad show, right?
You think so?
Oh, he's hilarious.
The Glory Hunters can do like a.
Do you remember when I told you Jose Mourinho only takes black?
Do you want me to send him a DM?
You should.
Get him on. Honestly, that'd be brilliant.
I had him on. I interviewed him a year ago.
Do you remember when I told you?
He likes football, doesn't he?
Yeah, I got him. I finally got him.
Who does he support in Scotland? Is he Celtic or Rangers?
Yeah, he's Catholic.
Oh, there you go. He needs to come on for the Celtic Rangers.
He kept it for himself for a long time.
You know? Only reason I hadn't heard about it is because he was on a podcast, a Scottish podcast.
Oh, was he? Oh, I didn't even know that.
They asked him. One of the first questions was, "What school did you go to?"
Oh God, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of wrong. That's actually kind of wrong. You know, I don't even know if I go for that. Yeah.
Before I have a conversation with, and the guy was talking to us, I know.
Let me finish this really quick. You can do a Mad Lads version of crazy football stars over there, like Vinnie Jones.
Yeah, but you know, when you do a show about people eating children's hearts, Billy Jones or Vinnie Jones, fucking, they don't really fucking stack up.
I wouldn't call it Mad Lads. I won't compare it to Dankula. Just like the crazy footballers, the history of crazy footballers. You know,
we can steal the act. We can steal the act and repackage it.
We should do that, by the way. We should do Mad Lads with football. There's an idea. Also, that's a fucking great idea, actually.
Yeah.
Duncan Ferguson was a fucking lunatic. Did he go to prison?
Yeah, he went to prison in Scotland for beating someone up during the pitch.
Yeah. You can get Balotelli in there. Balotelli has some of the funniest
Actually,
stories.
I gotta be honest with you. You know, I always tell you guys that the problem with this channel is when they hear an American voice, everybody tunes out.
Yeah.
The thing about a mad lad or a crazy football player, that would actually turn on a fucking, like, you get a bigger audience because then it's like, well, how crazy are these fuckers? You know?
We should get some stories because you're talking about Balotelli. Do you know Balotelli set fireworks on?
Balotelli's a mad lad.
Yeah. Oh, he's hilarious. Throwing darts at youth players and crashing into women's prisons and shit.
George Best was a crazy mad lad. George Best was fucking lunatic.
Yeah, but not in the field, was he? I guess, off the field he was, for sure, yeah.
See, on the field, Diego Costa up front for Wolves.
On the field, Costa was, yeah.
Costa. Remember I was telling you Jose Mourinho.
What's his face? The biter. What's his name? He's a mad lad, for sure. The guy
Suarez,
total mad lad. Football mad lad.
Do you know what my favorite Suarez moment was? Right, Suarez is like known for being racist as fuck, man. He hates black people.
Does he?
Yeah, because he refused to shake everyone's hand.
He refused to shake hands, called him an N-word and all that. He got this guy an N-word, bit him, and refused to shake his hand afterwards. Right? Brilliant, right? Right, and then in the World Cup, he put out the last African team ever by handballing the ball off the line, and when they missed the penalty, you see him doing the tunnel celebrating like fucking front of all these wee black guys.
Well, in fairness to him, he took it. I remember, first of all, I was live. It was Ghana, and I was with the Ghanese sergeant, by the way, and the Irish.
He's in that fucking
Well, you know what the funny thing is? The Ghanese sergeant I was with, I don't talk to him anymore because he's not on Facebook or something. I don't know what happened to him. He was like, we're going to lose, you watch. I'm like, look, that guy took that penalty because he had to. I was talking about Suarez, right? And he's like, no, you watch. And then when he fucking roofed that ball, the guy was right. And then my sergeant, he was like my sergeant at the time. He just walked out and just walked all the way back to post. That's how mad he was. I was literally in the Irish pub when that happened, Yeah, the Ghanese,
Yeah, he was shot dead by the...
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's crazy.
And like shot him or something, and so the family killed the ref at the game because the guy died in the ambulance. Fucking insane.
Actually, that's my stream here.
Who's the guy for Peterborough? Who's that manager? The famous guy who fucking... He was a real wheeler dealer. He was too much to be a manager.
Yeah, what you mean? I know who you're talking about. Harry Redknapp. Oh!
No, not so much. No, this guy, he was Peterborough manager for years. And he ended up being chairman of Peterborough.
I know who you're talking about. The wee old guy, Barry Fry. Or something like Fry.
That's his name. Barry Fry.
Barry Fry, man. Barry Fry was a racist bastard, but he was amazing.
My brother knows Sean St. Ledger, and he played under Barry Fry, at Peterborough.
He was there for like 50 years. He like ref primary.
Do you know who's a Peterborough fan? Pip Lad. Pip Lad's a big Peterborough fan.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I had a combo with him before. Pip Lad's a Peterborough fan.
Pip Lad?
Fucking Colossal's Crazy's like living meme. Pip Lad. You know Pip? What's the matter with you?
No.
He's in our Discord.
Yeah, he's a big football fan.
Cool.
Yeah, he's a big fan. He comes in here, but he's kind of like a mascot for Colossal's Crazy over the years. What does he do? He's a working class guy. He like takes pictures for a living or some shit. He's a regular ass job. He gets drunk every Friday. He fucking has a regular ass job. He's kind of a bit of a little Englander, as they say.
Yeah. He's a big posh fan.
Yeah.
Well, not that big, but yeah, he's a Peterborough fan.
He's a nice guy. Hell of a nice guy, by the way. Well.
Yeah, he's really cool.
He comes in here every so often and says hello.
I'm saying, I've had a long time.
I didn't know who he was. I was just making friends with him. I didn't know he was.
He's Colossal's Crazy's mascot.
Bitch.
Oh, okay.
Bitch, I don't know.
Bitch.
But the thing is, like, when I first met him, he was a kid. He's not a kid anymore. He's like in his mid-20s now.
Yeah, I was going to say, the first interaction we had was that time when I was calling Colossal overrated in your chat, and he messaged me asking for a fight.
He probably was serious! He's probably serious when he said it! Yeah.
That was literally
it's
the
like
first
fucking
time
Joy threatening to stab you.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Nick, you don't have a good time for... Nicholas, you don't have a good time in shot from the point. People threaten to stab you, people threaten to punch fuck at you, man. There's no shade for you about you.
So.
You kind of retired from that now, Nicholas. You kind of retired. No,
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Good game, man.
Better to be an army. Better for your sanity, I think.
Good games all around, but I did lose some fucking... I did drop frames. I don't know what it was for, though. I'm not 100% sure. But whatever. There's too many people in here. I don't know. Who cares? It was a good test. I think the test went pretty well. All things considered.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, no problem.
So we didn't really have the audience because
I knew the game. Well, this was the game. This was the game to do it in.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a small game, isn't it? So, but like the way
people could be out.
It's also. I would. Here's the thing. I would have watched the game either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Totally
mechanically, it worked out well. So that's like the big thing.
Who cares? It's about a fucking. This is a football watching club, for lack of a better word. I'm not really terribly cared about it. Anyway, they're gonna build anything into the other channel anyway. I got news for you. But go ahead.
I like watching the games here because I don't have like the TV channels for a lot of the German games.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's another thing. People figure out that they can watch the games if they join the Discord. That might change things. I'm not saying that's what can happen, but
join the Discord.
That's what can happen.
One viewer or whatever we've got.
This doesn't cost anything. It cost me a lot.
Subscribe, get in here, join the Glory Hunters. It's a great thing.
There you go. There you go. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great one, and good night. Take care, everybody.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Shalom. Shalom. Yeah. Tschüss.